say that so
Great
much.
lighting. So good.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll
Yeah, I
do it.
think that'll do
Yeah,
it.
that will do
I
it.
say that so much.
And that's just from that one weird off sketch, right? Where like
There
during
was like that
COVID,
weird, like, yeah.
like a band thing. It was like some band.
What was the? Who was it? Was it the guy?
It was a cool one. It's like
Is it the guy from like Postal Service?
I was gonna say Postal Service. Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah. I think it was
It was
Postal
because
Service.
since it was like live, you could totally see Tim Robinson like doing the bits and like figuring it out type shit. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I hate to say it, but Tim Robinson is hot.
Yeah.
Why do you hate to say it?
Why do you hate to say it?
Because
You get
I
made
always
fun
get
of by all of
dragged.
us? Yeah.
I always get dragged when I say things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That
Wow.
Tim Robinson is hot and that DJ Qualls is
Yeah.
hot. They're both sexy men.
I like to think that your love
Bill
for
Hader
DJ
is sexy.
That's true. That's true. I like to think that your love of DJ Qualls made him a homosexual, even though he probably was a homosexual before.
I do think I manifested that.
Mhm.
I do think I manifested that. I will take credit for that 100%, Tim. Because I fell in love with that man during Road Trip and I was like, that's the one right
when
there.
you ate the ball sack French toast.
Yeah. What was the other thing he was in?
The
I know he
new
was in
guy.
Supernatural. He was a new guy. He was
Yeah.
in Supernatural,
the
but I
new
never watched Supernatural.
Yeah, he was in
I-
Supernatural. Yeah, Garth was his name in Supernatural.
But, yeah, he's like a werewolf. You guys said, right? Something like
I
that.
think.
I think he
And then,
becomes.
like,
But I love
there's a
that he
dude that's a
married. No, he
vampire.
married the actor who plays Benny, the New Orleans vampire in real life.
Which is
And
also crazy. Because
the security guard that Magneto kills in the the first X-Men movie, because
Yes,
Him?
Mystique
'Cause she
stabs him.
injected
That's like
metal
that
in his
guy.
butt.
That guy could be like an Oscar-winning performer in my favorite series of whatever. Like he's the dude from that Magneto took the iron.
Yeah.
yeah, he's the
That's
dude
that
that got. He's the dude that got
That
liquid
that
metal
ass injection.
injected into his butt.
Yeah.
he had the metal BBL.
He said bottoms up, and then Rebecca Romaine
and did.
fucking roofied him.
She did. And then stuffed. Gave him an iron BBL.
Jesus, you can't be doing that.
Dude, my thing was that needle looked
That would-
crazy.
I know,
And I'm
right?
like, bitch, how did you not wake up and be like, ow, my ass? Like,
What's she
that
doing
shit
to
like
me?
it sucked. Yeah.
That way to die though, that would seem like a pretty painful way to die. Having like a bunch
Oh
of
my God.
microscopic steel ripped through your skin.
I would
body
hate
Well, yeah,
or
but-
whatever.
I think that if humans sucked less, he probably wouldn't have died like that. I'm just saying, I think Magneto is right. All I'm saying.
I do like that they do that. They do that thing, the Hollywood. Like, we're gonna establish this guy's kind of a dickhead.
Yeah.
So don't worry, you don't have to feel bad.
Oh my
about
God, yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah. Let me tell you something. The problem with I say the problem, but the thing about X-Men is that whenever Magneto does anything, I'm kind of like, well, I mean, maybe if they weren't racist, they wouldn't.
I mean, as time goes on, he is just every year that passes, Magneto is proven more and more right.
Yeah,
more and more correct.
Magneto could do almost anything, and I'm just like, well,
I just don't think I agree with his point. I don't agree with his motives.
His methods.
His
His
methods.
methods.
I think the mutants should have been peaceful about it. And then when they got put collars on them and hit with clubs and such like and big rope, like hey, if you don't do anything wrong, don't be afraid of the Sentinels. That's all I'm saying. If you didn't do anything wrong, don't be afraid of the Sentinels.
I just cannot
What's that?
imagine
It's called
being.
sentient.
Oh shit!
Shit.
I just can't imagine being a person and thinking like, hey, that girl over there can rip open a black hole with her mind. I'm gonna hate crime her.
I'm gonna invent a
Right?
slur and say it to
Or,
her.
but also like the Sentinels too. I can imagine being at world, and it's the Sentinels are so actually realistic, in the sense economically of we can't afford to provide healthcare or free lunches to our children, but we've got $10 million per unit for this
Yeah.
army of giant racism robots.
Well, it's
Like,
also like
yeah,
they cut
Yes.
corners. Like, all right, well, the military contractor that wants to build this is like just a giant sentinel head, and he says he's got it. And then it's like, oh, he's just birthing out some new sentinels. He's just figuring it out. And oh wait, he's bad.
Yeah, just squirting them.
It's interesting reading like hopping around in X-Men comics, right? And then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, for a big chunk of some time period, the Sentinels are just there. They're like, hey man, this is how we have our peace treaty. So you'll just be like reading a story about something else, and then there's just three giant Sentinels standing behind like whoever's his house. It's like, huh, wonder how we got here. That's interesting.
Yeah. Shout out to the X-Men though. Some of them are really cool, like Nightcrawler.
Mm-hmm.
Love Nightcrawler.
love
Also, Nightcrawler, I
Nightcrawler.
think is under. I think it is under. I have this whole. This is. We'll start in a minute here, but I have a whole soapbox rant
Mm-hmm.
about superhero stuff in general on how teleporters, specifically a teleporter that can teleport other organic matter like other people or parts of other people, as it's well established Nightcrawler can do, are underrated as far as how powerful they are
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
scale.
Well, I
Because
think
it's
this.
clearly established. There's a
The problem is
scene in
Nightcrawler's a
one book.
Christian, so he's
Yeah.
Well,
always
there's a scene in one book. Well, it's the Age of Apocalypse, so it doesn't really count. It's like the alternate universe one, where
Oh,
a
yeah.
guy's like threatening him and pointing a finger in his face. And he just grabs the guy's finger and just quickly teleports back just to remove the finger from the guy's hand.
I didn't know he could do that.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that if you can do that, in my opinion, that
Your
is
opinion.
top tier, most
Yeah.
powerful superpower. Because I don't care if you're as strong as the Hulk. If I can bamf behind you, touch your head, bamf your head off your
Bamf your head
body, game over. I
Mhm.
win.
That's
But there
true.
must be. He must not be able to do it because they didn't.
This-
Because they had to like send the Hulk to like the moon or some shit like that.
Well, yeah,
That would
part of it
harm
is because
Howard.
Nightcrawler is Catholic, and the like
Yeah.
I
Like-
people
Should we
I
call
agree.
Nightcrawler- No, man. He's got a whole thing. It's Lent.
He's
I
got a whole
think.
thing.
Or
It's
even
lit,
if you
yeah.
wanna, even
trying
if
to
you want to
fish.
play like, oh well, they can't take off like a part of someone if they touch someone, their whole body comes with them.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. Does this person need to breathe? If not, I'm dropping you at the bottom of the Marianas Trench or in outer
Yeah,
space.
like-
He's got I think the other thing too is Nightcrawler teleports through a dimension. Like he bamps out of this dimension, travels through another one, and
Yeah.
then reappears somewhere else.
Right? Could he
So imagine just
theoretically
letting them
drop someone
go
in
in-
that in
Yeah,
between
yeah.
dimension? Could he,
Do you know what I
he
mean?
let
Like-
go?
Yeah.
Could he let go at the right time and
Like,
leave
oops.
them in that
Congrats, you're
ether
in-
dimension?
Whatever.
You're in super hell. Yeah, that's the way. Yeah, Nightcrawler I think is agreed. I think Nightcrawler and other teleporters are,
I feel like
very,
it
very,
could
very strong.
totally be hell is the dimension because it says it smells like brimstone or something.
Right,
And
His,
sulfur.
uh,
Yeah, Nightcrawler is part demon. Yeah, so that's
And
why
the,
he looks like that.
The other cartoon where they're like younger, they like try to study it, and they're like, "All right, let's slow you down," and they just have him like floating through the hell dimensions. Like, I don't think I want to teleport anymore. That's bad. I'm Catholic.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I hate this. I hate this actually.
yeah,
Yeah, that one's fucking crazy. But also one of the funnier ones because he was fuzzy
Yeah.
and very German. I like furry Nightcrawler. I don't hate Alan Cumming for his thing.
Yeah.
I just don't like weird skin tattoo Nightcrawler. I want the fuzzy elf.
Yeah, I get why they did that. I get why they did that, but
Yeah, it'll probably been a hellish like practical costume to
Yeah.
make, and then the CGI would have looked awful. But
yeah. But they
That's
did
why I'm
pretty
not
good with
mad at
Beast,
it.
I thought, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
I
Kelsey
think-
Grammer
well,
Beast
Mm-hmm.
or the Nicholas Holt Beast.
Nicholas
I
Holt
don't
Beast, I
remember
think I
Nicholas
liked
Holt.
better. Kelsey Grammer Beast, I wasn't super into. I feel like that one I was kind of like, oh, okay.
He just looked
Like,
so
it's-
much like the animated series to me that it worked enough.
I
Yeah.
kind of give like weird skin Nightcrawler a pass just because like isn't he Mystique's son? And that makes sense.
Yeah, he's supposed to be. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nightcrawler's
Supposed
supposed
to
to be
be.
Mystique's son.
But he's also
So-
supposed to be kind of velvety, his skin.
yeah,
His,
like the whole
comic
thing was that
accurate-
he's a fuzzy little guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why he's cute and funny.
And then there was
and
this like
Catholic.
character Damask who wanted to like skin him for his blue velvety skin.
Yeah,
It's funny.
That's normal.
Well, you can tell
yeah.
that
people do that.
we skipped a week because we just want to chat with each other.
Sorry, yeah, we should. Okay, let's go.
I'm not sorry. I'm
No,
not
no,
sorry.
no,
I'm sorry.
This
Yeah,
is the
fuck all that.
episode now.
I'll
This is
never
the
be sorry.
episode now.
I do want to say, starting, I guess, the second X-Men movie with Nightcrawler pretty much taking on the entire Secret Service and almost killing the president was a great way to start. Like, this is a bad motherfucker.
Yes, no,
Yeah,
Tim,
that
I
sequence
agree.
is great. That sequence,
sequence-
is really good. That's a great.
That proves Patrick's point too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like people underestimate teleporters a lot. I also feel like people underestimate Sue Storm, and I think it was one of the original Fantastic Four movies where it was Jessica Alba
Mhm.
talking about how she'll just like make a little bubble in your heart and explode it or something. And I was
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
when she was
yeah, Sue Storm's
mhm.
fucking crazy.
I don't know.
Like,
I entirely understand
Yeah.
her powers sometimes. I'm like,
Or,
what?
or if someone is telekinetic or they can move things with their minds, also that is and, like you don't even have to be able to lift up something heavy. If I can just reach out with my mind and like squeeze your aorta
You're right.
yeah,
or your windpipe or something like that, like that
Yeah.
doesn't take a lot of force.
That's what I liked
Like-
about the magic and the Aragon books. Because when he first learns it, he's like, all right, I'm gonna break this big bitch's head like leg, and he almost passes out. It's like, no, bro, get like pop a blood vessel on their brain and give them strokes.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
pick something tiny.
Remember, can Magneto do like blood stuff with the metal in your blood?
If you have
So,
enough of
If there's
it,
enough.
yes.
if there's enough,
That was how he
hence
got escaped in the one movie because
Yeah.
the guard, as we
TJ
this started this whole
Qualls'
conversation.
husband.
Yeah, TJ
TJ
Qualls'
Qualls'
husband,
Yeah.
bringing it full circle, got injected with like this big, giant, comically large syringe of
Yeah.
liquid metal or whatever.
Yeah, but the funny thing about humans is that we don't ingest enough iron as it is
Mhm.
because we're terrible at regulating our diet. So that wouldn't normally work. But the other funny thing about Magneto is that he could control the entire electromagnetic spectrum, which can also like tilt off the Earth's like gravitational function if he wants to. Like Magneto, I think, is one of the mutants that doesn't have an upper limit to his powers. He can just
Yeah.
kind of do insane feats of stuff
Yeah.
Mhm.
because
He's definitely
magnetism is everything.
But the power in X-Men is and whatever Marvel is so interesting because it's just like, and then the Phoenix just shows up and it's like, okay,
There is
Yeah.
like I like when they get real creative with his powers. In the Age of Apocalypse miniseries, there was a whole arc where he was able to do something and create like a little field over his skin where him and Rogue were together in that, where they could have a baby and fuck
Hell
because he was
I-
able to like
wait, Magneto.
yeah,
Yeah.
Magneto and Rogue. So Age of
Hell.
Apocalypse is a wild 90s as hell run they
I should
did
read that.
where it was like an alternate timeline where Apocalypse took over like the entire western hemisphere of the world and started like a mutant ruling class and started like a genocide of humans. And it
Valid.
was about and basically what the thing they did, all the characters got like a apocalyptic
Yeah.
90s as hell
Yeah,
redesign.
I kind of remember some of those toys.
With tons of spikes and pouches but then a lot of
Yeah.
characters like flip sides in it, like the Summers brothers worked for Apocalypse in this one.
That makes sense though because they're like
yeah,
that.
Cyclops and Havoc worked for Apocalypse. Cyclops
I
only had one
stand
eye. He had one eye
by-
scratched out. Weapon
I
X
stand by
wa-
Cyclops being the worst character in the movies, at least.
I can't follow you there. Something about just having the normal guy was great, and
I
then
just
also
something about his personality being, I can't look at you, Jean Grey. I can't look
All right,
at
that's
you.
fair. Okay, I have no rebuttal.
I'm like fuck. You're right.
What do I say? What do I say?
Yeah.
But James Marsden in Jury Duty, so good. So therefore,
was-
I stand
he- yeah.
anything he does. Hopefully, he doesn't.
He
do
was
anything too
good.
bad.
He was good in that.
Oh, yeah, this
I
is
do like
where-
bisexual Cyclops now.
Cyclops with like long hair and shit. Hell yeah. That
Yeah,
rules.
yeah. Cyclops, bisexual Cyclops, where he's fucking Wolverine and Jean Grey.
I recommend
I like
everyone just
that.
look up the Age of Apocalypse character designs. It's fun. Or you can go listen to go back years ago. I did a 3-part episode on Inks and Issues with Kieran and
Oh,
Jonah,
hell yeah.
and we went through those series. Some of the crazy ones. Beast was like a crazy, psychotic, evil scientist that did like unethical experiments on people and worked for
Low-key,
Apocalypse.
Yeah, Loki Beast is a bad guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
he's
because like
Loki a bad guy.
Yeah.
one of the
Sabretooth
ones-
was a good guy. Sabretooth, Magneto was good. Magneto, because also Xavier was dead in this.
Ah.
Magneto led the X-Men. Sabretooth
makes
was one
sense.
of his like best like good guy generals.
Beast is
Logan was
basically a mad
Logan was like
scientist.
neutral, and he only had one hand.
Yeah, Beast is a mad scientist. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the comics I was reading, it was like Bad Beast and him were like working together. He's like, I don't want to work with you. And Bad Beast is like, bitch, do you think what you did was good? He's like, no, I think what I did was very bad. That's the problem is you don't care. And you're just trying to like trick me. And Bad Beast was like, we're trying to figure this shit out. Sorry, brother. Let's figure it out. And he's like, man, whoops, our bad.
Whoops.
Is Cable Cyclops' son in all the lore, or is that just in some of it?
Yeah, because I think it's like Cable, Nate Gray, and X. There's like 4 of the same
Oh, yeah.
person, and
Yeah.
one of them is Cable, one of them's X-Man, one of them's someone else, and
I find Nate
One of
Gray
them
so
someone else.
boring. I find like the chosen one mutant child who's like, I don't know, his design. Yeah, it's so nice.
yeah,
I'm
the
gonna
only
start.
chosen one,
We're
the
gonna
only
start.
chosen one mutant child I like is Legion. Legion is the coolest chosen one. mutant
I
child.
don't know much about Legion, but I had a card of him because I had like the '90s, like baseball.
You had, like, trading
cards.
cards?
from X-Men. Yeah, I still
Yeah.
have them somewhere here. And
Legion
they
is
whip
cool 'cause-
ass.
Legion's cool because he's Hunter coded.
Oh, yeah?
Very gone from Hunter coded. But
He's the one that has like his mouth covered and like shit. I'm thinking so.
He might, but the thing about Legion is busted because he can just make any mutant power happen. But the problem is that his personality is fractured, so each mutant power is tied to a different personality.
Oh, he's the guy with the hair that go up.
Yeah.
So
he's,
what is this, man?
yeah.
Real quick for I guess good. Cheese Bada Doom, if you're in the chat, your pride makeup looks awesome.
Does Iceman's boyfriend get brain freeze? You know it, brother.
Huh?
Oh, you know it. You know it. You know it. Iceman's powers are funny too because I think Emma Frost like takes over his mind for a second to get him out of a sticky situation, and she's just kind of like, "Bro, you know you can use your powers this way, right?" And like made him do.
It's a fake.
Oh. She was like, "Bro, you can control energy, not ice powers. Are you fucking stupid?" And was like making him do like stuff.
So
Emma
funny.
Frost also banger.
Emma Frost is weird because like she wasn't as big in the animated series, which is like my canon.
Right.
So like finding out that she's like everywhere and crazy powerful and like super in the comics constantly, I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and she's just like, my tits are out. I will step on you.
See, here's my scary.
Yeah,
children.
like right. Like she just is like, I actually run this shit, and you're mad.
Very much. I let Scott think he's in charge.
Very yeah. She every time someone is like her boss, it's because she's like, they're my boss. Just
yeah.
Okay, now no, Brett.
So I'm reading Second Son right now.
No. I'm saying, okay, I'm enjoying this. We have to have a second show. I would love to talk about X-Men more. I love it, but we have to start.
Ahoy, we just keep doing this.
Ahoy, we just keep doing this. Ahoy, mateys.
No, Pat, there's
We're
a
away
war.
for 2 weeks, Pat. Is this what we should do? Is this what we should do instead?
We're gonna be on the boat a lot, right? We're gonna.
Wayward says we should talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah,
right, we'll talk about it in character.
Yeah, Tempest goes.
Oh.
The crazy thing with that.
I
All right,
said
so
ahoy,
Nimue
mateys.
pulls out of
Ahoy,
of the
bitch.
comics out.
Nimue pulls the comics out. We all have
Nimue
opinions.
Marvel Comics.
You know Nimue collects. She has collector's
It's a damn
edition.
book.
Yes.
Notice.
It's canon. We talked about this. That's what we did.
Dangerous, though, at this seafaring world having comic books. Ooh.
You can you can use prestidigitation to dry them off. You can use prestidigitation to make someone shit
Fine.
themselves.
None of you have that though. You're
They're
not
sleeved, Pat.
And they're sleeved.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Each page. Like
Nimue's got doubles. Nimue's got doubles.
I've got mending.
One to read, one to save.
Yeah, we can mend the comics too. So there you go, Patrick. Now what?
Except
now
for like
what?
a couple number ones, she's got triples. Triples is best.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, okay. On our last episode of Wayward Shores, the crew of Boat 2, with Swanky Dave and Mason Marks in tow, arrived at Curdle Keep. You found a place of respite and refuge, a place to get your ship repaired. You met Charlie the cheesemonger, the Embershell woman who runs the keep. She plied you all with banana pie moonshine and ale and cheese, and also you met a little blast from the past, none other than Angus Steelbeard, actually now Angus Silvergrin,
That's crazy.
and Owen Rosemary,
Technically,
who
they're
is
from
much
the
bigger.
past and the future.
Kind of.
They're like the days of future past, if you think about
Exactly.
Yeah,
Very.
the days of future past.
it. Wow.
And Owen from the neck down looks very much like Hugh Jackman in that. It turns out.
What does he look like from the neck up?
Well,
Jackman.
Hugh,
But from,
he
like,
doesn't
a
have
different one.
because he's an orc, but they were in the mist time that you all were just very briefly in. You met Jasper, you rolled, you got the candle, you were able to get out. They got stuck in the mists and got caught in some kind of time dilation where for them they spent 4 years. In only the month or so it's been, they spent 4 years in the mists. And
Why were they so bad at it?
Oof. They didn't have a
fighting off
gambling addict to help them.
creepy eldritch horrors, fighting to survival. It looks like half their crew at least died, and now it's propped up like mannequins on their ship. That being said, Angus said he would be open to working with you in some kind of endeavor to clear names as long as it entailed taking down the Apple Downs.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. You kind of have a lot on your little quest log right now because there's working with them. Swanky Dave is kind of just along for the ride. At some point, he'll want to meet up with his crew again, but he has this fun little bone ship that you've taken from Captain Deadheart, whose conscious head skull is trapped in a bag of holding. You've got the
Ahoy!
legendary hero.
Ahoy.
You've got the legendary hero, well done,
Gotcha,
Mason
bitch.
Marks, hanging out with you, and he seems to also just kind of be along for the ride. He's in this sort of weird position because his ship was destroyed, his handlers, his managers were killed, and he's kind of just trying to figure out what his next move is, but he's fine hanging around with you all for now. You have a ton of gold bullion that's magically stamped, though, by Sunhold. You've got a member of your crew, Happy Dan, and also rewards waiting for you in Smolder Cove. And then we'll cut to sort of the last thing we left on is Charlie had given you a location, and I have some more information on that on the note sheet. We'll cut there. You're in Curdle Keep in the tavern in the charcuterie, and you the paper it's coordinates for a location, a region called Pale Shallows, and it tells you to ask for someone named Tuka the Smelter.
Do we know what they look like?
Tuka? No.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
It just says, and Pale Shallows, Dave knows, is west of Smolder Cove. So you're really getting into sort of unsettled. There's not much. There's not much in the
Oh, I
sense of
see it.
there's tons of islands and lots of wayward shores left to the west. But
He said it.
there's not really towns. I said the title.
Title sequence.
Yeah.
Finally, now the title credit comes up. Yes.
Yeah. As far as like established towns and ports, there's practically nothing past that. Tons of islands, tons of who knows, there might be towns, but as far as really known
Lots
established,
of skulls
like
and
here's
crossbones.
lots of danger. And Pale Shallows is a region of ocean that is treacherous because it has lots of sunken mountains that are high enough that ships like Boat 2 or these seafaring ships will run aground on if they aren't careful. Because it looks like from afar, it just looks like ocean. It just looks like open ocean because they're right below surface, but it will fuck up your ship if you don't know what you're doing when you go there. So if anyone dares go further west, they always make a point to sail far around Pale Shallows.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, there's two things happening. One, we need to go there for the gold, but two, we have to save Tempest's girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
Right. Tempest had a vision of being like in Annika's perspective and in her little bungalow at the top of the wizard tower.
Did Tempest
And-
tell us that?
Did he? I don't know. Tempest, did you? Would you have relayed that?
I feel like if he was drunk, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because I
Oh.
mentioned the anxiety stuff to you already.
Yeah, because he
and,
would have had like a
how
breakfast
I can't-
cocktail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I couldn't like do anything about it, so I probably would have kept up.
Yeah. I feel like he would have had like a handful of rum at breakfast, cried, told us, passed out.
He would
up.
give me like a pancake. It's like, this reminds me of the plates she had. There were circles. You remember them, right? There were circles of plates.
Yeah, and then he would just like get overwhelmed by drunken emotion and pass out.
Yeah.
And then we would just let him stay there for a minute, and then he would like reboot and be oh, pancake, and then eat that.
Yeah, yum.
And then come back
And
out,
then
try to
he'd
hang out, have a
see
lunch
that
beer.
Nimue has a book and be like, "That's how we got to her."
That's how we got because he would have like some more alcohol, see the book exactly, and then he would fall asleep on one of the lifeboats.
I would
and then
step
be
outside.
Like,
It's like, her house was tiki themed, just like everything we go to.
yeah, because I feel like we only get like a good 15 minutes a day of a sober, lucid Tempest. Other than that,
Yeah.
there's always
And
at
it's,
least
and
a
it's
minor.
not when
I
he
would say-
first wakes
I
up.
would say it's opposite. It's like
I always
when
there's a
I'm
minor
when I'm
buzz.
hungover, That's when I'm not lucid, but once I get a little bit of the liquid courage in me, that's when things are working.
Yeah.
Is it peak Tempest is like 2-drink Tempest.
Yeah.
Well, he's 6'4".
And then
well, but then he's only 80 pounds, so
He's a lightweight.
yeah. He's like one Zima, and he's like,
So-
woo!
Yeah, you got a lot on your potential plate you could do
Yeah.
here, and we're gonna say, unless you have anything, we're gonna say you can long rest, get your ship prepared. It can be the next morning, but you've got it's all you've got. So Angus and them, they don't want to hang around forever. They kind of just are enjoying, but also they're not in a super rush because they're
Well-
just destroying their guts right now with cheese because they haven't had cheese
They-
in 4 years.
Here's the thing:
It's
they
like-
have a mission. Their mission is to get Owen back to Bridgesport, so that he can at least say hey to his parents. He could get back on the adventuring kick, but he should at least go do that.
Because his parents do
That's-
know he's alive.
They know he's alive.
Yes, you sent word to Kenton, and to relay to his mom. So you've got Pale Shallows,
should
where
go visit his
apparently this person, there's somebody there who can remove the enchanted runes from the gold bullion. In Smolder Cove, down in the town of Ash Falls, is if potential reward waiting for you for way back. If you can remember way back when you fought the magma shrimp.
I remember, but then we have to get sad Daniel
Yes.
back on the boat.
You'd have to, Happy Dan would then rejoin the crew. You've recovered. You have your fire gems
Mm-hmm.
that you need to deliver if you still want to do that to
Oh yeah, we do need to do that. God damn.
Yano
Okay,
and
that
slag
dude.
him because he was going to make you a special like fire
Yeah.
cannon thing.
That's
that
what we
shoots,
gotta
like,
do.
big
Oh,
cones of
that's right.
fire.
That's right.
Yeah.
But God, fuck. All right, yeah, we'll get sad Daniel then too.
So
Shit.
like, yeah, like
Damn it.
to be efficient, we would go to Smolder Cove first. But
Yeah.
since we don't want to get super arrested, we should go to Pale Shallows first and then double back, right?
I mean, it's as far as timeline goes. So the ship you have a little bit of a lead time because they would have to realize in Meridian that the ship wasn't coming
Mm-hmm.
or something happened.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
even
gonna
if it
take
was
a
on
couple days,
perfect
probably.
time, that would take at least from like your location where the ship was, from like the location it was on to sail to Meridian. You're talking the better part of a week. Maybe not a
Wait.
full week, maybe like 6 days. Okay.
Wait, Patrick,
Before
wait.
it would have to, and then it would be like, would they immediately track it or would they wait a day? So
Patrick, I got something.
yeah, you have another. I'll just say this right now from where you are, Joshua. You have, as far as you want, kind of mental timeline. You have 3 days right now before there is even an inkling at Meridian that something's happened to their gold.
Says you.
Says you, because Patrick, I have a thing that I remember. That dude was trying to get us to take us in to Anchor Landing for prize money. So maybe we have even more lead time because they probably are like,
Maybe.
yeah, those bitches went to Anchor Landing
Mm-hmm.
and like they're not due back
Maybe,
for
yeah.
even longer than that.
Or was he going to drop the gold off and then keep you all in custody the whole time and then
Right.
go up? But
It's not
I-
like they
that would've
like
been a waste.
scry the
That'd have been a
gold
waste of
constantly,
resources.
you know.
Yeah, but that also would have been a waste of resources. And if these people are as greedy,
Mhm.
money hungry,
Mhm.
foul, dirty, sloppy, greasy neck bitches like I think they are, nah, they're cutting corners. They'd have been like, yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna
Yep.
do this ASAP, so I can not have to pay these people. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, that's those are all, you can roll those dice. It's up to you,
I have dice. You want me to roll them? What do I need to roll?
And I'm not saying they won't notice before 3 days, and I'm not saying they won't notice till after. I'm saying that would be a good kind of. Could it be sooner? Yes. Could it be later? Yes. But I'm saying
I think it'd probably be if we could go to Smolder Cove first, because that business should take quick, and then dip over to the Pale
figured
Shallows.
they. So
'Cause
you got to figure this. They'll have to notice it's late or
Mhm.
gone.
And
They'll
then
have to
come
do
find
whatever
us.
kind of scrying they do to track it, to see that it's wherever, way off course somewhere.
Then
They'd have
gear
to
up.
gear up, dispatch something to go get something or someone to go get it.
Yeah.
I just feel like the frequency with which we are close enough to torch people recently, I think we should. The first thing we should do is go get the torch
That's a
gun.
good point too.
Yeah.
It just keeps happening.
And that'll take a little. He has to make yours. You have to give him the fire gems. Some he'll use in it, and some we're going to be cover your payment. You had 9 of
Yeah.
them. He needs 3 for your contraption
Mhm.
he was going to build, and he's going to take the other 6 as payment.
You know what? Probably we should do. I think we should do the best of all the worlds. Go over, drop off fire gems, do all that shit. Let him start building it because it's not good. He's not going to do that in 6 hours. Let him
Right.
do that while he's building. We go to Pale Shallows, do the money part. Then we swing back, pick up the cannon, install it, get drunk off our asses, bury Sad Dan's body.
I was like, yeah, this has
then
less
keep
time with
going.
Sad Dan, which we like.
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
gonna mysteriously get a virus on the boat that slices his head off
It's one of those viruses where he gets stabbed by a sword
multiple
Dang.
times
multiple times.
From different directions.
from different directions.
Yeah.
No, but yes, we should because I have a sneaking suspicion. I have a sneaking suspicion that Pat has built-in life insurance for Daniel and that he knows how to go through the Pale Shallows.
Hell yeah.
See that smile? I'm right.
I did say in the description
right.
I gave you all for your crew, as far as like ways they can help, that Dan is extremely knowledgeable about the shores and is a
Yep.
walking encyclopedia.
I guarantee you, Sad Daniel knows exactly how to move through the Pale Shallows without fucking up our boat. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like we should go get him, do the thing, tell dude to start building. We go Pale Shallows with Sad Daniel. We just tie him to the front so he'll be like, go left, fuck, fuck, fuck. And then yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
into
think
that.
I think
Sick.
that makes sense.
Love that.
Do we have
Uh,
anything else we need to do here?
Not that you need to.
We like stock
Mason-
up on toilet paper and all that stuff, of course. We go to
Mason's
Costco real
along for the
quick.
ride with you all for right now. He's just kind of until he gets bored or wants to do something else. He's gonna just go along with your ride. Dave, I think, is rolling with you also because as a pirate, I don't know if you've had this conversation with him, but he probably expects a cut of the gold once it's de-enchanted.
He helped us get it.
Yeah.
Also, we
fine.
like Dave. We
We
want
love
to share
Dave.
with Dave.
Yeah, Dave has helped. Dave has done so much to help us out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We do our
I
little
think he's
rest,
earned it.
and Steve does his like little morning pep talk for everyone.
Thank you.
So don't forget your 11 points of temp HP.
I've got my. Oh wait, actually,
Um,
let me make sure it's.
But also Mason gets 11 points, and Steve's gonna like try to hype him up and turn him into like a disciple
Does-
and convince him
Awesome.
to take
Does
a point
Mason
of
need to roll to see if he
sorcerer.
falls in love with Steve?
Do you still have any brochures? Because like I feel like he would like that, like the whole physical touch of it all.
I think he would too.
Yeah, oh yeah. Steve always has brochures. He's got like a pocket full in his.
I was
in
gonna
his,
say, what is
gulper.
Steve? How does Steve feel about when he looks at his brochure? Like, is it still
I
a
mean-
dream he has, or is he?
It's just like the thing he does. Like he's still motivational. Like just because he found out that he's actually magic doesn't mean that like he's not still trying to help people better themselves, you know?
Also, I mean, yeah, look at his thing. I think you should take pictures using Tempest of
Mhm.
Owen. So now we
Oh
have
yeah,
before and after
for
of Owen.
yeah.
What
being
have I
like,
seen it
"See?
be?
This-
You're one of
he
my
was my
students."
student a
Now
month,
look
2
at
months
him.
ago. Yeah.
Right. Do you see? Yeah, I think 100% you should claim that. That's success right there.
Yeah.
You too can age 4 years.
And be jacked as fuck.
But we'll give the boost to Mason and Dave.
Okay.
Because they're
But not Cameron. Interesting.
fuck Cameron.
Interesting.
we
Okay, Patrick, can you roll to see if Cameron falls in love with Steve and if Mason falls in love with Steve?
I will.
Or wisdom save. You have to roll a wisdom save versus his charisma.
What I want it's gonna be the morning, okay? And you're gonna see a lot of if you see Angus, they look hungover, but they're not hungover. They're just like gripping their stomachs, like
Oh, they got the squirts. No.
Squirts or nothing, right?
Yeah.
You never know with cheese.
Yes, right. This is like a bear hibernating or
But I think they say you can see him in the morning and just like, "Bro, I think we's gonna try and make our ways up north toward Bridgesport, maybe see if we can't slip in undetected.
Hell yeah.
Let young Owen visit.
Yeah, you
his
guys are
mum.
very inconspicuous. Good luck with that.
Yeah, he doesn't like.
Should we do something with the ship? Maybe should we like? I don't know. I love the look of it, but maybe we get them sails patched up?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
What
I
about- does
feel
it-
like
What about the
They-
crew?
a lot of the Bridgesport guys probably think that you're like dead, you know, and so when you go back,
But he shaved his beard, didn't he? Doesn't he like
He
not
shaved
look
his
the same?
beard, his head. He's got scars and metal teeth.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
looks like a
Yeah,
different dude.
he. It says like
They
go
just
go.
weren't-
You all
Isabelli.
spent plenty of time like talking to him like in close quarters, so you'd know like, and obviously because of the impact he's had on your lives,
Yeah.
you'd recognize him. I think it's safe to say the average person.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine if you
Or
are
just
you
disabled
sure?
person
Because
would
like
not-
there just weren't.
I think
dwarves in Bridgesport.
Well, in Bridges, I guess not. I think Angus Steelbeard's presumed dead.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
presumed dead, but also, I mean, they're dwarves. There's probably like 2 of them. One of
Topha's
the
a
bitches
dwarf.
that, yeah, Topha's a dwarf, played by SZA. Wasn't one of the bitches that did Tim's outfit? Wasn't one of them a dwarf?
No, they were both Moonborn Orc.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I thought one of them was.
yeah, everyone in
Uh,
Bridgesport.
I feel like there was another dwarf though that we did meet.
Can we
in
have this
Bridgeport.
meeting on the deck of their ship, the Revenant, and he can introduce you to the other half of the crew you haven't met, aka the
Oh, the
skeletons.
skeletons. The skeletons are standing there.
Look, that's Hattie.
Okay.
That's Phil. One holding the ropes. That's Philip. There's one like stuck with a mop, frozen. Like someone's like,
And they've
"That's
not
Willis.
moved. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Willis.
Oh, you missed a spot, Willis.
There's one holding a spyglass. That's Jocelyn. Victor's down in the galley.
Oh,
Uh,
is he cooking up something good? We should go.
and that's Darby over there, probably resting, taking a nap.
Go. We should go.
You should get the fuck
We
out.
should get out.
That's fine.
And hear him look toward Willis and go, "Oi, what?
Oh.
What is it?
Ah, no way! All right.
What is what's
Yeah, hold
Owen's
on.
body language during this whole time?
stoic?"
Damn, he's
Just-
too used to it.
Giggles at Willis's little joke.
Yeah. Does he hear the same? Does he hear the voices too, or is it just?
Owen giggles a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yep. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Great. This
We're
isn't
doing
great.
great.
This isn't great. I don't think he should be your poster child, Steve. I don't know. It's a little weird. It's my opinion. No, you know.
Well, they're not gonna meet him. They're just gonna see the picture. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's well, you've seen them, sure, right? Like, that's not faces; it's just ab cutouts.
True.
It's just torsos.
Oh my
Body-
god! It's like the
body by
underwear
Steve.
section at the Target. Yeah.
So who knows what kind of
Wait.
shenanigans they're going to get into? But they'll say,
Should we get their phone
We'll
number?
find a way. Who's that bloke? You got a friend. You got friends in Bridgesport. We can
have
leave
so
over there if
many.
We're gonna. Yeah.
Kenton.
Kenton. Yeah, Kenton.
Ah.
All right. We'll leave word with him. We can rendezvous
Yeah, we'll tell
if
him
you're
you're
gonna
coming.
try
I
and
mean, we
fuck up
kinda
the
already
Apple
did,
Downs.
sorta.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I draw a
we can
picture of
move
Owen on a boat with an arrow going to Bridgesport.
A bridge.
Yeah.
Whenever I say I am drawing, I want it to be known that it is like on the floor fully, and it is like me and Nimue crayon toddler style
Yeah.
drawing on this piece of paper.
On your stomach, feet
Hands on
kicking,
shins.
kicking,
Yeah.
feet are
Feet,
kicking.
Yeah,
like,
whenever that it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna use
like,
this to talk to blah blah
You
blah.
never
It's
know.
either
You never know the body count on those two as far as having the death count.
yeah, 100%. But yeah, it's either like Ek is writing in Times New Roman font like perfectly kerned and like on the page, and then Nimble's drawing like clouds of smiley faces, or both
Comic
of them are
Sans.
doing or both of them are drawing clouds with smiley faces and like arrows being like, I don't know how to describe this in words. So stick figure with hat. That's how you know it's Swanky Dave going this way.
Giant arrow.
Giant arrow being like meeting here.
Circle,
Circle.
circle.
yes, yes. 100%.
Ek is giving himself his own like art therapy on accident.
Oh yeah.
So
Alright.
so are we going to specifically see Yano and Slagum first to drop off the fire? Because you have the fire gems because they were on your persons and Braille. I
Yes.
had taken them, so you got those back. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna
hell
do
yeah.
that and then pick up Daniel
Uh-huh.
and potentially money,
Mhm.
and then use him to Pale Shallows.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're off.
Yeah, you're off.
Do do do
If
do.
anybody has anything, let me just do. I got to do a roll.
See what
Okay.
I got.
I'll tell you, nothing bad happens. We can fast travel those 3 days if you want.
I know what I'm doing on the
If
3
anybody
days.
has any role play or anything they want to address in those 3 days with the crew or each other, go for it. Yes, Josh.
In the 3 days, Ek is going to continue practicing making his healing fire do actual herdy fire.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Because if you remember, I was trying to set Sad Daniel on fire all the time, and all I did was fix. I fixed his varicose veins, his slip disc. I fixed some of his like circulation issues in his hand, his like Raynaud's. That's gone now. I even fixed some of his teeth on accident.
Oops.
So some of the cavities are filled in. So I'm just continuously working with Swanky Dave to make. And then I ate that special fire in that one boat, or our boat, hilariously. So I'm trying to make my Healy fire herdy fire.
Okay.
And then
So you get
Steve
you feel like
continues to try
you're
and,
getting
like, help
close.
Mason.
You feel like you're close, but you're keep butting up some kind of barrier, some sort of arcane mental barrier, maybe. But you feel like you're confident it's something you will definitely be able to achieve.
Sick.
Ooh.
What do I heal on Swanky Dave? Granted, like I want to be clear, he would be like,
Syphilis.
as soon as it hurts, we'll stop. But like, you know what I mean? Like, when he's like, yeah,
Mhm.
hit me. Like, but you know
What's
what I
your
mean?
safe word? Ooh.
Yeah. Like he would have, he would be like, yeah, hit me with it. It'll be fine because it's just gonna heal me if it doesn't work. So
He
what
has
do
to
I
make you
heal?
stop for a little bit because like his tattoo starts to fade a little. Like you're healing that, and it's like, oh no, I
He's like,
paid good
wait,
money
wait,
for
wait.
this. Like yeah,
I
No,
didn't
no.
think about that. That scared me. I want to use the power of my brain and passion, and maybe the magic that suffuses us all to try to, I don't know, go back through the connection to see what is wrong with
Mhm.
my girl.
Oh, did you do this on the toilet?
Yeah, I do it
When
everywhere.
your powers are strongest.
Mhm.
Like,
roll something. Like
D-
I was gonna say
D12?
Roll
Arcana,
anything.
but
D12?
I was gonna say Arcana, but I would I want to roll your best, like your performance,
Right,
because
because
that's tied to your charisma.
I'm a
which is
bard.
yeah.
My magic
Yeah.
comes from my charisma, not my arc.
Yeah, you can also
I'm
just
a
be like
bard.
roll skill with stat
Mm-hmm.
because barbarians do that.
Yeah. Okay. I rolled an 11.
Hmm.
My charisma bonus is 5, and yeah, man. I mean, if you want to throw a 3 for proficiency, that's fine. If not, I'm happy with a 16, just the straight
That
up.
was be a 19.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say you get this glimpse, and it takes you back to the moment right when this connection severed and you woke up, of like there's like a fireball like erupting, bursting in one of the walls of her bungalow.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right back in that moment, and you see her hand go up, and then you see it almost freeze, and then the explosion go backwards, like reverse, like time's reversing.
Whoa.
And it claws up, and then the wall closes back up, and she lays back down, and then you see her like moving backwards through her apartment. And what you see is this isn't the first time, as it keeps going in reverse. It's a little disoriented. Time's going in reverse. This isn't the first time there's some kind of energy or almost like some kind of attack on her
Mm-hmm.
home that's like trying to burst in, and then she is somehow undoing it.
Huh. Okay.
And then you kind of lose the connection.
Okay. Later on during bean dinner, I'll update everybody. My second helping of baked beans. Like, yeah, I don't know what the deal is. It's very weird, but I don't know. I mean, it could mean anything, and I'm just like, I don't know. I feel helpless, but also it's like, what can you do?
That sounds really, really weird.
Mhm.
Is that like a time going backwards?
Yeah, I can't tell if that's what's happening there or if that was just the message, but you might be right.
You arrive to Smolder Cove, the crescent-shaped island with the volcano in the middle, and you can, just make a beeline, kind of sail around the northernmost port of Quenchwater to go into the cove towards Slagum, the smaller sort of industrial town in the interior of the cove, which is where
Alright.
Yano is, the blacksmith.
We gotta go check in with the turtle again.
Do you have any other business you want to tend to, or do you want to kind of just drop off kind of want to?
Is this
Hand
where the
wave.
one bitch was with for the gun with Tempest?
The mayor of Slagum is Tassie Concannon, and she had another pistol, one of these pistols.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to her, but I figure on the
She
way
had
back
true
we'll do
sight
it
trigger.
to be fast.
Yeah, if Tempest is like we can
Mhm.
circle around, then that's fine too.
Yeah.
She had wanted, you got a good chunk, but she had wanted the entire House Albert
Yeah.
eliminated.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
That's because now we gotta like break in and kill them all in the middle of the night,
Yeah,
which we
that's
can
like
do.
season 5 shit, but hey man.
Yeah, we see like a couple more or we just have a do you remember that game Command and Conquer where you can
I
have
love
the
that game.
ion strike?
Mhm.
You just like aim, the satellite shoots the beam.
Mhm.
We could just wait until we get my brother and then he can just orbital strike the fucking house.
I'll say, yeah. So are you not going to see her? Because I say you don't.
No, sir.
Her reaction to knowing you have faux familiar is unpredictable. We'll say
Good.
she could be happy and be like, "You've earned that," or she'd be like,
"I
or
want
she
it."
could be like, "That belongs to my family."
I don't think it does though. So I'm looking forward to that conversation when we have a flamethrower gun.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Once I get my thing figured out, then I got it.
you're able to drop off 9 fire gems with Yano.
Put
He
one
said
of the
he
fire
needs-
gems in your throat, bruh. Easy.
Yeah, but that's like fire. I need radiant fire.
Okay.
He is going to use 3 of them in the crafting of your weapon, and he's taking the other 6 as payment for his labor and other materials that he can use, because he can use those. They're hard to get.
And if
And
anyone
you can
asks
use
you where you
those.
got those, you can just mention our name and everyone will be like, wow, that's crazy.
Oh yeah,
That's
It's not for like to get
Because
more work.
I
It's
absolutely
just like,
will. Yeah.
I like to think
Well,
people of us thinking
What was your
good about us.
what was your name again?
Henry.
I don't remember.
I do believe you all used monikers, aliases in this town for some reason.
Yeah, wasn't it like Henry and then Steven with
Am
a
I
V?
Charlie? I
Or
don't
Steven with a PH?
Oh yeah, Steven with
Steven with a
PH.
PH. Yeah.
which is different. Yeah, I don't remember. Henry sounds right.
You definitely all, I think, had aliases, and for some reason in this town, which was like the friendliest town to you. But yeah,
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
I do need. I know it's you all are getting pretty rich pretty quick. Just as a point of order, I do need Tempest to subtract 30 gold for a docking fee.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 30 gold to pay people. I was like,
I would
we
try
haven't
to
got the gold yet.
argue
We're trying.
that we still have our receipt. I'm like ironing it out. Like, mend this. Can you mend
it's
the
been a
date to be
week.
different?
It's been
Mend the date.
Mend the date. It's like I don't already have one. Okay,
Shit.
fuck.
Wait, how do we get? Hold on, Patrick. I need us to go to a museum so we can get a book, so Tempest can learn manipulate value, whatever that fucking spell is.
Oh yeah, I
Just be
I
like,
have
yeah,
some ledger
yeah.
main. You know,
Yeah.
like I have a +5 in sleight of hand. What if I just like start practicing it just so we can save upwards of 9 gold
Yeah.
a week?
Yeah.
All right, I bought 14 DVDs. It was pretty expensive, but it's worth it. And I'm investing in my value, which I think is good.
I think it is good. What the fuck is this?
It is if you're gonna leave, it is only
I do have a forgery
like
kit. Isn't
an
that-
hour or 2 to sail from Slagum down to Ash Falls. The others, because they're both inside the cove.
Mhm.
Ash Falls is the biggest
that's
city.
So close.
Yeah. Are you just you're gonna do that? Hop out.
Yep.
All right.
Maybe stop, like get a
You're gonna be
burrito
so
to
mad.
go, a gyro to go.
You're so rich. You gotta subtract another 50 gold for Ash
Patrick.
Falls. You'll have thousands of gold.
Not anymore. Well, we're about
This
to have
is so
thousands.
close to be like, take the dinghy. We can't do this.
We're just gonna park in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not parked
What the fuck
there.
is this?
I'm here.
It's
Yeah, I
just-
definitely
it's-
argue about this. I'm like, well, we just
Tempest
paid.
Wood. That was a
50.
week ago. That was a week ago.
No, but we paid over there. You don't understand.
That's a different port.
So, like, if we leave and come back, we'll have to pay again?
Not today.
How much is it? Is there some sort of, like, fast pass
Do
situation?
you want an annual pass?
Yeah, but, like, forever.
Like a Disney.
You want a
pass.
lifetime pass?
Yeah, I'll give you
God.
60
I'll
gold.
have to go see the harbor master.
No, I don't want to talk about it. All right.
Whoa, dude!
Guys,
I don't
I
know.
don't even know if we do
so
that.
much movie money.
That yeah. I don't know what happened, but I have a whole bunch of new spells now. And some of these, Patrick, you would have liked as Deadeye. All I'm saying.
Mm.
Damn.
I got one for shooting gun, and I have another one for auto reload, where you don't have to reload anything.
That's
Just
fun.
auto reloads it.
I forcibly insert him into this campaign as an NPC.
Hey, what's
Just
up?
so you can like,
Me.
"No, I want these smells. I want these smells so
It's
bad.
me, two guns. I'm a different
It's me.
guy.
So you're in Ash Falls.
Oh, they added a gun.
This is where the game guild is located, and this is also where your crew. So they left Dan here to go get them.
Mhm.
Do
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, we would
wanna-
get Dan
Do you
too,
want to
yeah.
ask about in the docks? Do you want to go to the Game Hunters Guild?
Yeah, we can just go get him.
Yeah,
Do you want me to
Kinda
go get him?
walk around and like quietly pretend to shout, Dan.
Danny
I guess he's not here.
Oh, okay. But don't we need him just in cases for the?
Yeah, no, we do
Yeah.
need it. That's what I'm saying. Like, do we just go in there and
Wait,
get him?
are we just docking here?
We're only here to pick up Dan, so should we just
Did we
dinghy
get
it?
paid for that quest? We didn't complete it.
The
That's
guild
what-
would
that's
have
what-
your money. for
Yeah,
the
that's what
shrimp.
we're trying to do. Is we're trying to pick
Okay.
up Dan, get our quest money, and then dit.
All right. We don't know how many houses we saved, and we don't know what happened after we got.
I'm gonna
knocked
tell you a
out.
secret.
Oh,
we
I
sold.
don't think
We
well,
saved
you
not
can
a single
find out,
house.
but
All the houses exploded. No,
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
was
our
fully
bonus,
conscious
right?
when that happened.
yeah, that had nothing to do with the shrimp. That was them gonna maybe pay
Yeah.
extra to try and save their town. But
Literally everything exploded. I don't think there's even a snail left because they were all
That's good.
concentrated around houses.
That's good,
And then they
at
all
least.
blew up and then blew up again. I think our frame
Uh,
rate hit like 10 FPS during that. It was just
yeah,
like,
my fucking shit crashed. That's why I passed
Yeah.
out.
so you walk in the guild, and I'll say the first thing you notice is mounted is a giant red shrimp head taxidermy mounted on the wall.
Hey. It's that
yeah, we
guy.
did that.
Oh,
Good
shit.
job.
Oh, whew.
And then you see a table, and there's like maps on the table, and you see the guild master of this chapter, Fiona McTavish. She's an Ember Shell. She's Lefty's sister. Lefty was in your band of adventuring sorts that attacked.
Yeah, she was mean to
the-
me. Yeah.
And you see still the Slayer Supreme, who's the head, kind of the founder of the entire Game Hunters Guild network, Sir Quincy Quartermain, this short human with a pot belly wearing all
Who's in
like,
love with Tempest.
khaki-
Canon
and his
is in love with
his,
Tempest.
his white Griffin Leopold, like looking over the map, and you see kind of Dan just sitting there with his head down. But as you open the doors, I'm gonna go ahead and say you're like opening them shits like Aragorn in the Two Towers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just
People love us.
they look up with just shock and awe, and Sir Quincy Quartermain's like, "Bully, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
It's a miracle."
No.
He slaps Dan on the back really hard, and Dan just kind of like lets out a little groan.
Yeah, we
No
made it,
way.
man. Isn't that crazy?
Fiona's like, I can't truly believe it. Holy shit. And she kind of signals for someone to bring some drinks over. And Quincy's like, "You must tell me, regale me with the tale of how you freed yourselves. So your compatriot, Dan Thiel here, came to us and told us of your plight. And I said, Sir Quincy Quartermain is not one to let a member of his guild go harmed as such. So we set out in search of you. We came across
gonna-
the wreckage."
Oh,
a
cool.
battle, and we decided to return home and kind of reconnoiter and figure out what we next move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. We like I made a bunch of dudes shit themselves to death.
That was awesome.
You did do
Yeah.
It was gross, but it was pretty cool that he did it.
that. I'm gonna
Like
hop
it-
over from Tempest's shoulders onto Steve's shoulders because I know Tempest is gonna sit real close to this guy because we all know that he's in love with Tempest,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how Tempest gets things. He's gonna be
Mhm.
like, a little bit of a oops, and then like
And
chat him up.
this is set-
He gave his free
this guy, he's got like a white mustache
Take
that kind of curls down. Basically, he's got like my facial hair, but without the middle part of the beard. So it's just like
Yeah.
white, bushy mustache
Hell
that
yeah.
curls
You
down.
should do that. Do that right now.
Yeah. Bury that. That's what's gonna happen while Tempest is gonna the person doing the regaling, Tempest, but like
Yeah.
sensually bedroomized.
Ooh.
This man's
There
gonna
you
be
go.
like blushy. Then
And
I'm gonna
then
be
I was so scared. I thought I was gonna get my bones broken and like lean into him. Obviously, minor illusioning like the boats and the big storm, and I do one minor illusion, but it's just completely invisible Ek, and everyone's like,
yeah.
It's like you can't tell. Fuck, not cool. All right, fine.
Well, he's
Mason
invisible. That's why you can't
exploding.
see him.
And Fiona, she's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry we couldn't. I mean, you'd handle it. Sorry we couldn't have gotten there in time to help y'all.
It's okay.
I'm glad. I do got good news for you.
What?
We've got some gold for you.
Hell
Oh,
yeah!
hell
Hell
yeah.
Hell yeah!
I do grabby hands.
Yeah." And she kind of signals someone comes over and drops. It's a heavy thunk of gold.
God.
I'm strong.
It's 4,500 gold pieces.
Shut the fuck
Oh.
up!
Oh,
yeah.
What?
maybe
Hell
not
yeah,
that
hell
strong.
yeah.
Yo.
No, I
I
am
mean
that
that
strong.
shrimp was responsible for like getting an entire town ousted and evacuated, and
Yeah.
is a huge menace and fucking up the ecological system of the region. So he's like, not only that, you'd asked us what we could do. I mean, we kind of took the head as like it's kind of part of what we do here,
Mhm.
is trophies. But y'all had brought us the claws too. Like the
Mhm.
big. We kind of taxied her. I don't know what we're gonna do with them. I don't know if y'all want them. I don't know if you can like hang them on your ship as decoration or something. If you want the claws,
It
they've
would
been
give
taxidermied.
our
If you
crew
don't
a
use them,
bu-
we'll just put them under we'll just kind of cross them like crossbones and put them under the head. But
You know
if you
what
want
we
them,
should do is make armor for Shark Steve. Imagine Shark Steve with big old lobster claws. Wouldn't that, or shrimp claws? Wouldn't that be so
Oh
scary?
yeah.
Oh, Steve with lobster claws, Nimue with her like skelly
Mm-hmm.
necklace, lobster shield, and then
Mhm.
Ek in his people armor. That would be
Mhm.
great.
My human ribcage armor. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I look like a JoJo character.
Well, each of these
sparkling
claws
With your
eyes.
thighs out.
Yeah.
bigger than any. Each of these claws are like bigger than any one of you.
Yeah, but
Shark
I
Steve.
carried-
Shark Steve.
Shark Steve.
Shark Steve is also big, and I carried one by myself.
Shark Steve.
Yeah.
So remember that one, Pat. I was strong enough by my little body
Yeah.
to carry one by myself. So Steve
No, I
in
know.
Shark Mode can.
It's gonna be big.
Yeah. Just give him reach.
Can Steven Shark Mode lift anything?
Yeah,
I
you have
hands,
arms.
right?
You had hands.
You have
Do I
You
legs.
don't have
hands?
fins.
All
Yeah,
right.
you don't have fins. What do you think I stapled together when you tried to kill Owen?
You think
Your
he's been
arms.
in
flopping
my
around
head.
this whole time? Come on.
Yeah, you're just like fins.
And I'm really
Well, like
it's
fins
really
with
important to
thumbs.
see your feet.
Mittens.
Oh, I can see you not having thumbs. You got like bat wings, but they're fins. Gross.
Yeah. No, you had hands. Because that's what I pinned together. To save Owen.
I guess we haven't
Chat,
said
I
whether
see
if-
you. I love you. Thank you. The chat, y'all are being so.
Pat's blushing. Just like that one old guy is blushing as Tempest is like whispering into his like
Mhm.
ear sweet nothings about how we almost died.
Spend 6 minutes.
Is he like Pat? He's like red in the face. Is he like, oh wow, like
No, it was a momentary thing.
I-
You just had
it's never momentary, Pat. It's never
Yes.
momentary.
The momentary thing is when I'm here. That's the
I
moment.
love
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite bit is when the one piece of GMing Josh tries to wrest from me is who's attracted to who, and just
No, I asked you to roll. And you failed that roll.
You should-
I asked
Also, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to ask me to roll anything anyway.
What?
I can't ask you to
I
roll.
tell
I
you
mean,
when
like,
to roll.
You sound
I'd be like,
crazy.
Patrick, how many times do I tell you, hey, you have to roll a dex save for this monster? You have to roll.
That's
So I
true.
do get
That's
to,
true.
I
That's true.
do get to tell you, Pat.
I do think you should
Is
have
built in the game.
one player who's allowed to just like break down that barrier, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure. Give them like a really tiny screen of like that's like
Yeah,
2 inches.
the bard should have that actually. If you have
Yeah.
a bard in your game, the bard should be the one with the little tiny GM screen.
I'm
the
sorry,
counter
brother.
GM.
You ain't gonna have fun.
So
But
you've
yeah,
got
we're
your
here
gold.
now, so we'll take those big ass claws and maybe Shark Steve, who will use it, or if not, we'll hang it and we'll get a +2 morale bonus to our boat, which is a thing we care about.
Also, I thought you died.
Daniel, come here, big you old lug. Come here, and I give a hug. Positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement.
I'm so tired of people touching me. That one always slaps me on the back.
Okay, so you want a big group hug? Get it out of the way. Come on, guys. Big group hug and Sad
Wait.
Daniel.
Ungloves.
No, not put the bodysuit on. Put the hug suit on.
Put the hug suit.
And one of the filler episodes of the podcast is where we buy Nimue a bodysuit that works.
Oh my god, a Kigurumi?
Yeah,
It's like,
Oh.
of a frog.
I'm a
I'm
frog.
surprised I didn't have to live through the capture and escape. Usually when bad things happen, it
See?
happens to me.
Everything's going up now that you joined our crew. Listen, we need to go to Pale Shallows or some shit. Put the knife down. We want to make sure that you're there to help us. Gloves,
We're all trying to like stab him. Like,
gloves. Don't.
Pale Shallows, it's a terrible place.
Yes,
but
yes,
I
yes, yes.
can
Oh, I have an
yes,
idea.
I can navigate it.
Patrick, can I shoot healing flames into his ear to fix the part of his brain that makes him depressed?
Say it. Yeah, get some
Ooh.
Zoloft without any of the other problems.
Yeah, can I do that?
No
Can I do
side
that, Pat?
Can I have that?
Or I can
can
shoot it up his
try.
nose. All right, here's the thing. This isn't gonna be funny. I'm gonna jump him, right? Like he's gonna be like bemoaning something. I'm gonna jump him like across the table in front of everybody. I'm gonna yank his head back, clamp down on his nose,
Oh no!
and then you just see like an explosion of like healing flames into his face to try to fix the part
That'd
of his
fix
brain
me.
that makes him depression.
I know that would fix me.
Yeah.
I had
gonna
a
fix his brain
headache
chemicals.
and it went away.
Okay, that was
No.
one positive thing.
We'll take it.
Want the headache?
Are you sad it's gone? I guess. Say
You
thank
miss
you,
it?
Danny.
Thank you.
Fuck! I like kick his plate and like scamper back to my heist chair.
Oh, that plate circle.
So I guess we're on to another terrifying adventure.
Yeah.
Was that a joke, Dan?
We should call you Silly Dan with all your damn jokes. Silly Dan. Fucking. So can we get 20% off?
Do you
this
not fucking
meal?
need? Wait, hold on. Do I have restoration? Hold on. Wait. Pat, I have another idea. Pat, wait.
Can
Pat.
you greater resto him?
Mhm.
Let me see. I know I have lesser restoration. I think. Pat, I have lesser restoration. I'm gonna do it again, but this time I'm gonna blast it into his ear. I'm gonna lesser restoration to cure his depression.
There you go. Say it.
When you're done with Sad Dan, can you do that to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
IRL.
Yeah, IRL. So then there's like another big explosion of holy light into his head from my fire breath. Is his
please.
depression fixed?
I do it.
Or is he gonna be like,
No.
oh well, I can actually hear like I'm 16 again before all the heavy metal music?
It doesn't work. I'm sorry.
Guys, I
All right.
tried. I tried. I tried all
Thank
my.
you.
That's all my moves. I'm out. I don't have any more.
I don't think
So you've
he
been
meant to
paid.
do it.
You've got Dan back. I know you
Mhm.
were worried about that.
So worried. So we'll be swinging not back here, but we might. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have any. You're kind of wrapped up in Ash Falls. It would be need to get going back to Slagum in a couple of days when
Yeah.
Yano finishes the fire cannon.
Yeah. Well, it was great
Cool.
seeing everybody again. Gosh, it was great seeing everybody again. Damn.
It was so fun.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
I have one other thing I can do to help Dan when we get on the boat.
Okay.
All right.
Try
Does
smiling.
Dan look right? Does Dan look like tired all the time? Does he look like he's just not really because he's an elf, right? So he doesn't actually sleep. He just kind of like zones out for a minute.
Yeah, even though he doesn't need sleep, he just always has bags under his eyes.
Aw.
Okay, cool. When we get on the boat, I'm gonna and we start driving. I'm gonna use the spell hibernation.
Ooh.
It's a 2nd level necromancy spell in which I use bear fur and a soothing melody.
Where
because
did you get bear fur?
What do you mean where did I get bear fur? First of all, Steve. Second of all, Angus.
Mm-hmm.
Play with me if you want to. Because bear could be just a big muscly man with hair.
Mhm.
Anyway, so I have bear fur, and also you can just buy it. I could buy it from the store. And then I drum a soothing melody, potentially with help from others, to put this bitch into soporific healing state. And he's gonna regain HP and sleep like good as hell.
That's how it rocks.
And then when he wakes up, he's gonna be like, wow. Because like the only thing that's gonna wake him up is if we wake him up or he takes damage or anything like that. So he's gonna like sleep.
You're just gonna put him to
uninterrupted.
sleep forever?
No. It doesn't. No, it's not forever. It's only like it's like an hour max, but it's just like a good, deep, long,
Oh, I want that
potent
so
sleep.
bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a spell for him to get like actual, true spiritual and emotional
Mhm.
rest. Patrick.
Okay.
All right, does that fix him?
We'll see. I'm debating giving you what you asked for. But just
I'm burning
But just
spell
go-
slots for this.
Resources.
Fuck. Oh, damn it. You're right. Elves are immune to sleep effects. Son of a bitch. Well, maybe he can like choose to fail it because he's like, oh, you'll fix me.
maybe he likes being sad.
Yeah. What? Oh, okay.
Well, then he can make it not our problem. Okay. Listen, I love being sad just as much as the next bitch, but
I literally only just answer questions when you ask them to me.
Oh,
what if he's put him in the back of
So-
holding?
I'm never asking Dan another question.
We normally don't. We make Topher do it.
That sounds
That's
about
true.
right. Usually people just stop talking to me.
Well, it's
It's because you
I'm
suck.
victim blaming right now, brother. Victim blaming you right now, brother.
Me
Oh,
and
go talk
Musket
to
are going
Topher.
to start. Yeah, me and Musket are bullying him for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Just like chasing him around.
Musket loves to tease him.
Yes, me and Musket will tease him to pieces. Except when Musket is trying to impress Buck, because I think Musket and Buck are in love and they're trying to.
Mm.
Okay.
I
I
think
I'll
they're trying
subscribe
to-
to that. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Part of me teaching Musket how to dance so he could dance with Buck and be like, "Look at me, I'm a really good dancer," and she'll be like, "Damn,
This I
we should
like.
make gnome Wayama babies."
Let me wrap my
Or
shit
not. They could
around
just get
you.
married. They could just be married and just be like, hold
Is
my
it
kid.
a gnome?
Child free.
A gnome and a Wayama is just a Smurf.
They make a squidling, baby.
Yeah. Or like a snorkel. What are they called?
A snork!
A snork.
Snork?
Yeah! God
Which is
damn, I'm so
essentially
glad
just
you know what the fuck a
underwater.
snork is.
Smurfs.
Yeah, underwater Smurfs.
Yeah, this
Basically.
Smurfs whipped ass. I love that stupid show.
Yeah. Why
I
did
just
they do
love the
that?
late 80s and 90s of like kids shows, and then one would get popular, and then a million ripoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were explaining
that's
like
what Fang Face was.
yeah. Cocaine movies. We're talking about
Mm,
that.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, those are actually cocaine shows. Like, all right. So there's like underwater. It's like gotta get something like the Smurfs.
I
Gotta
mean,
get something like the
yeah.
Smurfs.
Yeah, Fang Face was if Scooby Doo, but Shaggy and Scooby were one character.
Okay.
Like, what if Shaggy was Scooby
Yeah.
and Scooby was Shaggy? That's Fang Face.
you are we going to Pale Shallows?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Do we long rest again between then and
Yeah. It's gonna
Okay.
take 2 days.
Because I want my spell
We're gonna
slots
long
back
rest.
because it didn't work. Damn
Yeah.
it.
It's gonna take 2 days, and well, this is Dave and Mason are just fishing off the bone chip in
Aw.
the cove.
That's nice.
Okay.
If you kind of sail up by him and you hear Mason's voice carrying, he's just like, "Well, I can just like dive into the water and grab the fish. I'm like fast and strong and I can breathe underwater. This is dumb." It's like, buddy, it's not just that. It's about like just like being present in the moment, right? And just like communing with nature, and you want some chance to it, or like, the fish isn't the guaranteed, but the line will catch one. It's like a metaphor for life. Like you try and you try and you try, and sometimes it'll work out, and sometimes it doesn't. Like, it's a work in process.
Are they
This whole
dating?
philosophy.
How'd that happen?
No,
Yeah,
there's
they might,
but there's
they're gonna start dating. I'll be listen, and I'll spar with Cameron on the deck, and maybe Cameron will be like, "Yeah, bro, it's like you's gotta be in the moment, bro." Like whatever. However Cameron talks.
So you have to sail around either the southern or the northern edge of the cove, and then head west.
I guess we'll go the northern edge. There are so many skulls and crossbones up here, Patrick. I don't like it.
Yeah. Is that good?
I think you should.
Well, that's
remove
up
at least.
by that's the Glittering Keys. That's like the pirate haven.
Yeah, I think you should remove at least 6 of those. That's too scary. Tim will never want to go there.
There are 5. I mean, Sad Daniel is here to avoid any problems. So
It's very true. But yeah, I say we go through the north side.
yeah.
Also, it'd
Okay.
probably be prettier to go through the north side.
Mm-hmm.
And you're further away from Sunhold going that way too.
Yep.
Yep.
Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
So you sail around. You get a nice view of Smolder Cove. It's a picturesque island. You kind of head west, trending south a little bit, and you get into an expanse of what looks like very open ocean for a while, for pretty much a full 24-hour period. It just looks like blue on the horizon, just water.
Well, I know
And
this
then
happens a
you
lot,
s-
but this is crazy looking.
And
Yeah.
then you see a few dots of things kind of appear on the horizon. And I mean, people can spyglass it, and Dan is kind of pointing out on the map kind of a route that Tofa needs to kind of follow. And he does say, but at some point we're gonna have to just drop an anchor, and whoever can fit in our dinghy rowboat will have to go from there.
In the Wayward Shores movie, who's playing Sad Daniel?
It would have been the late great Alan Rickman, but
I feel like he gets typecasted too much. I agree,
yeah,
but I feel like he gets typecasted too much.
Yeah.
to
Or-
be
I
Sad
full on
Daniel.
just
got
picture him
typecasted too
as
much?
Ben Stein.
That's good. I was gonna go Glenn Powell.
Okay. I think these are all really good choices, to be honest.
Yeah, anyone that just disappear into the role, like Glenn Powell, probably.
yes, he told. Yeah,
Why are you laughing?
the guy's such a chameleon.
He is.
All right,
Because I just want you to imagine
actually,
SZA and
Josh,
Ben
just to
Stein.
troll Josh, Aaron Taylor Johnson, the character Josh hates the most, playing
Aaron
by-
Taylor Johnson's dick is way too big to play like Sad Daniel.
Gotta drag
right.
this thing
All
everywhere.
right, I'm pulling this back in. All right, so, what you see is these weird objects sticking out of the water, and when you get closer, you can kind of see the shadow of like a rock mass beneath the waves, but almost as like markers. You see these big spikes, like 6, 7, 8 feet long, sticking up out of the water, and what look like shark skulls being like pierced through them.
Watch out, Steve.
And then you see a cluster of these, and you actually see from a distance what look like ships. And then you get a little closer, maybe a couple 100 feet out, and you see these. Oh, these are ships that have long ago wrecked. They are stuck on these rocks that are just beneath the surfaces. And you see this cluster, and you see 2 that look pretty intact. They're kind of tilted slightly to the side, but they look like they've been there a while. And you see just wreckage littered about from numerous other ships. And you see a little area that looks like it's almost like a mesa or a plateau, because you actually see figures walking. Like, looks like they're walking on the ocean surface, or like they're just ankle deep. And
Okay.
they're just walking. It looks like they're walking on the ocean, but you can infer from the context that there's probably some kind of rock formation just beneath the water's surface that they're
Okay.
walking on.
I was gonna go with ghosts.
No.
Oh, true.
Not vampires, because they can't walk over running water.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, this is kind of through Spyglass. You are still at this point a solid. You are maybe the better part of 1,000 feet away from this, and Happy Dan advises that you kind of need to stop here, drop anchor, and whoever's going to go is going to have to take like rowboats. From this
There's like
point
a
on.
guy in here we could talk to. This is so scary.
Yeah, should we like kill them?
What's
or-
happening?
Yeah, you see
they
up on one of the
dangerous?
ships, you see like a huge. It almost looks like a longbow made for a giant that's like been like mounted on top of one of these ships. You see, it's like at an angle from a mast, a chain hanging down with a hook, and the skeleton of what looks like some kind of reptilian humanoid. It's like the
hell?
hook's like through its ribs, and it's just kind of swaying in the breeze. And you see figures on the ship kind of looking in your direction too, just kind of eyeing you.
So, are we close? So, do they seem like people?
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking through a spyglass, you
They
see what you
subhuman?
do notice is it looks like mostly all sort of aquatic species. You see mostly Wayama and Seaborn,
Mm-hmm.
like Tempest, sort of humanoids with sort of the teal skin. But you definitely see who's looking through. I mean, you can have multiple spyglasses. It's fine.
We'll
I'm
probably
sure.
fight over them too.
I mean, at this point, I'm sure you have plenty. I'm not even going to make, because I'm sure every port has
Yeah,
a
we collect-
giant bin of spyglasses.
We collect spyglasses like people do, like shot glasses.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
put 2 spyglasses together because I was tired of squinting. So I put 2 spyglasses together.
It's got to be difficult.
You see a figure walking, looks like this tall 6.5-foot humanoid shark person, but they've got kind of like a brownish coloring with yellow stripes, almost like a tiger shark.
Oh, we're getting the whole gang of
I think
Street
you-
Shark together.
Nah.
Like a literal tiger and a shark.
Whoever's looking, you see a lot of curious people. Again, I'd say just a lot of aquatic peoples, like look like humanoid fish, things you haven't seen. Mostly Wayama and seaborn humanoids, but like definitely some curious creatures and characters.
And were we
walking around.
warned about anything about the settlement or whatever? Right?
Yeah, I
not
feel
we're
like-
going to
yeah.
a witch or something.
Yeah, Daniel, what the
Yeah,
fuck? What's happening?
It's just it's a haven for misfits and some criminals, and
Did that cheese bitch tell us anything specific?
that cheese bitch.
she said, "Go to Pelshel, ask for Tuca the smelter."
Okay. Well, maybe we should leave the gold here just in case they try to peel our skin and eat us or something stupid like that.
I'm a dragon. They can't do that.
That's true. Yeah, I guess we get on the goddamn dinghy and
I'm
ding
a
our way
frog.
over.
Can they do that?
Well, yeah, they can to you.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
so
Be
you've got.
careful.
I'm gonna say, as far as the amount of rowboats, it's whatever, makes sense. But you've got you four, you've got Dave, you've got Mason, you've got the gold, you've got your crew. So you tell me who's doing what and when and where.
I feel like Mason should probably stay with the boat to protect it. And then we can engage at a distance with Swanky and the rest of us. Right?
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good
Because
idea.
because if we need to dip more into the criminal part, we can lean into Tempest and Swanky
Yeah,
Dave.
because I feel like if Mason sees something too specific, he'll freak out.
He'll freak
So-
out and start crying, and I don't want to deal with
so
all
we
that.
probably
you
like
just stay on
set
the-
up a pretty tough Lego set for him to get into to make sure he has enrichment.
Yeah, and he's got like that meteor dive. So if we're like in
Right.
danger,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta have like
Taller.
a flare or something.
Yeah.
So Mason, so it's gonna be you four and Dave.
yeah.
Anyone else from your crew coming with you? And are you bringing the gold with you now, or are you gonna kind of?
No, we're not bringing the gold right now. We're
Not
leaving
bringing
it
the
on the ship.
gold.
Because
don't-
I don't want them to know we have the gold yet. I want to see what they're
Right.
about.
I'm gonna bring like a bribe amount of gold. Like if we walk up and they're like, you gotta like pay to even come
Right,
over
we'll
here.
bring
Like we've got
our
to.
gold. Maybe
Yeah,
we
we'll
bring
bring
like
our
one
gold,
bar.
not, like,
Maybe we
the
bring
gold.
1 bar of the golds to like show proof of pudding.
Okay.
How many
Yeah.
bars of magic gold do we have?
1,000.
I can make the pudding to prove to them. Like, we
I'm
don't-
so
A
hungry.
1,000?
I don't remember how many.
we have a fuck ton. I know it was like two.
It's
What is
the-
it? 20,000 gold worth.
It's 40 the gross value.
40,000
but you're-
gold worth,
But
yeah.
you're probably gonna lose a big chunk of that.
We'll
just in
get 20.
fees
We'll
to-
give 5 to Dan. Yeah, so
Okay.
we'll go. I don't think we need to bring any crew. We'll bring Dan.
Yeah.
Bring like our money, obviously, that we don't know where it go. It's
Wait, Dave, not Dan. Dan stays on the boat. I
Thank
don't
you,
want
Dave.
sad Dan
Thank
come
you,
up here
thank
and
you.
sad Daniel will fucking
You
ruin
just look
it.
up, it's like, you said to get Dan. It's like, I said Dave. I heard Dan, so he's here.
Fuck.
Damn it.
Yeah, get Dave.
Mhm.
And yeah,
I'll say yeah. That's fine. So you're rowing over. You're getting closer, and there's definitely eyes kind of on you. You notice something in the middle, kind of in the middle of this little area. You see a person walk from one of the ships that's sort of been converted, and walk towards sort of the middle of this patch of water, and it looks like the water gets a little darker in the middle, and you see them just kind of step and then disappear, like sink into the water,
oh, they did.
Damn, they died.
and just.
I
But
wonder
it
if
looks
there's,
very
like,
intentional. Like they
a
just yeah.
VIP area for us folk who can breathe underwater. Hey guys, if I do anything racist here towards you, I'm sorry, but I just want to try to fit in.
you can't be racist to dragons.
That's
We're-
true. Can't to frogs though. So.
Yeah,
And you'll see. It looks like there's really 2 of these wrecked ships that have been converted, and they're into permanent structures, and kind of they're tilting. Things like boards have been propped up to kind of hold them in place. Holes have been patched. There's been like platforms attached to them, so it's very like Robinson Crusoe. You can see the bones of the ship, but like they've definitely been modified to become more of a convenient permanent structure. The first one, the biggest one you can see the name of the ship, and it looks like at one point it was called the Galloping Mare, but someone has cheekily crossed out galloping with a splash of paint. So it's just maybe just called the Mare.
Nice.
It's not because it's not going anywhere.
Oh, I get it. I was like, that is cheeky. Oh wait.
that is cheeky.
And that seems to be kind of the main one. There's one a little across the way called the Sailfish. And yeah, you just kind of see and then you just see these sort of aquatic humanoids of varying size, shape, eyeing you. And this is a place. Everyone. It's just the amount of scars and eye patches and limbs replaced with
Legs,
hooks and
yeah.
blades is just lousy. It's just
Carrots,
it's
like,
yeah.
ugh. Like this is this feels a little on the nose here, but I'm excited to meet all these rascallions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got
Are
octoparrots.
all these guys,
it's
like,
like this
stuck
octopus
here?
parrot hybrid thing that flies through the air, but also with tentacles instead of
Ew,
legs. But
Pat,
it also
gross.
What are they interbreeding? What is going on?
We've seen weirder science here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We have seen
Say
weirder
it.
science. That one bitch made a bunch of clones
I
that were
hate her.
dudes.
And there's like a
So-
main entrance on the side, and you see this figure, and I want Tempest. I know Nimue and Steve would have absolutely no idea what they're looking at, but a history, Tempest and Eck, to see if you've heard of this.
I rolled a damn 3, so 7.
Ooh shit! Because I rolled
Damn
better
it.
than that.
Damn it.
Steve rolled
my
a
history-
19. I can make up a history for you.
I believe it.
I got an 11, but I don't have a modifier to it. But
Okay.
I had an 11.
So you see 2 figures kind of hanging out outside. One's standing, leaning against the hull of the ship. One is sitting on a barrel whittling. The one sitting on a barrel whittling is a Wayama. Looks male. A Wayama wearing, funnily enough, overalls and nothing else. And
Okay.
he's whittling 2 sticks at one time because with his 2 humanoid arms and his 2 tentacles, he's whittling 2 sticks. And this other figure standing there is this tall, broad,
creature that, for lack of, looks like a humanoid crustacean.
Nasty guy.
So like a dark brownish red carapace. It almost looks like armor, but it's part of their body. 2 legs, and then the torso looks like the underbelly of a lobster.
Oh.
2
Yeah, as I say,
little
crab or a shrimp.
2 little appendages that are kind of like almost insect-like, kind of folded up with like little 3-pronged hands, kind of like a T-Rex hands. But then also 2 large arms. And here's where it's really interesting. So imagine 2 large humanoid arms that end, and it looks like at one point in evolution, it was like a lobster claw, is what their hands look like. And it's the same proportional size and dimension to their body as a lobster claw. So it's like, we're talking like Popeye forearms and hand,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
the claw, instead of being kind of a binary, like 2-pronged pincher claw,
My God, it's gender.
it's like the big part of the claw has over time evolved and split into 3 like prehensile finger claws. So imagine like a
Ew.
lobster claw, but instead of like a 2-pronged, instead of like a binary claw,
It's not a
it's like
pinchy.
it's like a thumb and 4-clawed finger or 3-clawed fingers.
Ew.
Weird.
But like it's really big for the rest of this figure's body because it's like proportional, the same size, like proportions of a lobster claw to a lobster's body, and just kind of hanging there.
like Tim sized or Pat sized hands. I mean, like your body, not like your actual hands. Like, is the hand like as big as Tim or is it big as you?
Oh, like the hand itself is like as
Yeah,
big.
yeah. Like, is it as big as Tim's body or as big as like your?
It's like the
body?
hand is like as big as my torso in real life or something
Yeah,
like that.
like a
Right.
big
Space
bit.
me.
Yeah.
And then up to the head, what you see is, again, it's got this like brownish red carapace that looks like it's almost wearing a suit of armor, but you can tell it's like naturally affixed to it. And then it like has this piece on its skull that kind of comes down almost like a helm with like a little prong between. There's 2 perfectly round black eyes and no nose that you can see, kind of like there's almost like a nose guard of this carapace covering, if you don't know if they have a nose or not. And then a mouth. Just
Mustache.
there's
no?
some whiskers. Like
Is he
wispy,
wearing
almost
pants?
antenna whiskers.
Yeah, his dick out.
You don't see it on.
Sick.
Yeah.
Wow, that guy's
Sorry,
crazy
what did
looking.
you roll on your history checks? That was like
7.
years ago.
He got a 7. I got an 11.
Okay,
Steve got a
now that you
19
have, now
with
that you
his
know
made-up
what
stuff.
this person is.
Yeah, that's fair.
History shouldn't be intelligent based; should be wisdom based. All I'm saying.
Say it. Okay. Is that guy is intense? Maybe he's like the leader. I don't know.
He's got like he's like a jack shrimp. I don't know. The leaders are usually not the buff one, right?
Isn't a jack
That's
shrimp a
true.
lobster?
That's true.
He's like the bodyguard.
Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, got it. But that's a good person to start with, I suppose.
He's like a bug person.
Don't say that. They're not gonna like it. Don't say it.
Goro.
I won't say that.
I agree that shrimps is bugs, but don't.
Shrimps is bugs.
Don't
There's a
say it.
lobster, which is also bugs.
Right,
but-
exactly. Crab is bug too. Yeah, but
Yeah,
just
yeah,
don't say
yeah.
it.
You could be a bug person. That's allowed. That's
True.
fine. Like, yeah. I support bug people are valid as people.
How close are we to them?
Just like standing in front of him.
At this point, maybe like
We're,
60
like directly in front of
either
him.
way. But like, no, you're not, you can have a little conversation. Dave's with you, but there's like, Dave can see you. I'm like, you never seen a Chelosi, man?
No.
Is it Chelos? That's what they call. They live far west under the water in the.
Oh, I'm
you
writing
know.
on Dave. My tail's like a scarf around his neck.
Does it
yeah.
have like a? Does it look like it can speak a language we know?
There is a Wayama next to him, like I said, sitting on like a
Okay.
crate whittling too.
Yeah.
But all right,
You know-
buds, we should maybe start here, or we can ask for Tuka.
Yeah. Is there a dog or is it kind of like a buddy? I'm not paying, but is it like a-
No, there's no
I
dog.
think we just drop this
Honestly,
bitch here and we walk the rest of the way, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Steve
you have to
Steve does the
row to
friendly
this
wave.
area, and then there's a place you can like one of these like spikes with a shark skull on it. You can kind of tie your rowboat off.
So it's like a bike rack for boats. Okay.
Is there you
Yeah.
can walk now? You see, and you can clearly see now through the water that there is. It's like there is this big this cluster of like underwater plateaus that are just beneath the surface, so you're just like ankle deep in the water.
Well, like knee deep for me, but yeah.
Steve, don't fall, okay? Be careful.
What? Why would?
As you approach, the Chelos goes, ah, right, yes.
Who does? Oh yeah, that's the guy. I was like, I thought that was
Yeah.
the boat. It's like that's not what the boat's
But
called.
What language is it?
Chelosi.
I don't speak
Is- Which alphabet do they use? Infernal?
No.
that.
No.
Probably?
Is it
Steve-
Celestial alphabet? Is that the one?
Steve,
I have that.
they're
too.
don't worry, they're just talking backwards. Yeah, wish yep minute.
Oh Christ!
Ah,
Oh,
right,
no. Oh no.
Oh Christ!
Oh no.
So
Oh,
the
no.
Wayama in the overalls goes, cut it out, Vac. You know you can speak.
Oh, that
Common.
was so scary.
I thought he was about to be like, damn, you racist bitch. I had to be like, you can kill him, actually. Like,
yeah,
we
I don't
don't.
know him.
And he looks so it was, never let me have fun.
Yeah,
Yeah. And the Wayama, he leans back and he's just got this real like you didn't like rednecky vibe of this Wayama wearing, like I said, nothing but overalls, which are soaking wet,
Ew.
Hell yeah.
just barefoot. They're
Seed
rolled
in
up.
The chafing.
Yeah, seed.
Seed denim. Does
They
it?
look like
Does,
they're made out. They're kelp denim.
hell yeah. Does the Florida energy that comes off of Tempest resonate with
Right.
the
Yeah.
redneck energy?
Are
Like,
we-
do
Well, Tempest,
do
they definitely kind of like.
harmonize
Alabama.
together?
I'd say like
Yes.
Tempest first and foremost. They're definitely like, you belong here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nimue to a minor degree. I'd say Dave, who's a very pale half elf. Steve, the human, and Ak. He's definitely like, well,
I'm a dragon,
don't-
so I belong everywhere.
don't get too many your kind. What brings y'all the pale shallows? What an interesting bunch. We ain't seen
Yeah, I brought some real dirt drinkers
dry
with
lungs
me.
like y'all in some time.
Yeah. Well, we were told from, and then I say the cheesemonger's name,
Chuck-
Chuck E.
Charlie, yeah.
Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
To look for Tuca. For some
You got business with Tuca, huh?
Yeah. But this is our first time here. It's such a interesting place.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Welcome to Pale Shallows.
It's pretty cool what you've done here. I like it.
Yeah. What is your names?
Well,
We like to know folk that come through here. We like to know, we don't
yeah,
like strangers, but we introduce ourselves. We're not strangers
they're
no
not
more,
strangers
are we?
anymore. Well, I'm Tempest Tallahassee.
I'm Steve, and I hand him a pamphlet.
Jesus.
That has a lot of his
One of his tentacles kind of grabs it and it's like, oh, cool. And you are?
This is Zach and this is Nimue. They have an alien-like intelligence.
And Dave's like, I am Swanka Dave, Davidoff Nikolai Albertina, captain of the Black Jasmine, the best pirate in all Wayward shores.
I was gonna
It is your
Dave go
pleasure to-
first.
You should have let Dave go first. Fuck.
Oh yeah, all right. I think I might have heard of you a time or two. Most
Hey,
Does
of
no.
the
Dave
people
have like
pissed
a
at you.
hella enemies though?
I was gonna say, mostly
got to,
people
right?
talking about how they wanted to like
Fuck.
cut your throat. But
Well,
Like
I
we
don't
might
got
be
no
the only
quarrel
people
with
who
ya.
like Dave.
Yeah, we slowly learned that he's a bad guy.
Oh, that's right. Dave stopped wearing a
Alright.
shirt. Is Dave's probably gonna get so sunburnt with me standing on him, but
boy.
I mean, it's whatever.
I gotta rub.
We don't know
creams
that
on him.
yet.
Well, this here is this big pile of walking chitin is a Vacborn Huck,
Hey, Vacbone, great to meet you.
and call me Loose Boone.
Loose
Boone?
Mm.
Mm.
I knew someone named Jasper Boone back from the old Appalachia days. Exit.
Loose?
Yeah.
What? Is Loose like a given name or is that a nickname? Because that's a
I think they-
unique one.
That's
They
what
usually
they
have
call me.
nicknames. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
usually
that's
it's
what I'm
usually
saying,
all
it's like-
nicknames with the
They keep
Yamas.
their like real names themselves, whatever.
Yeah, they don't like telling.
That's right.
Kobolds are kind of similar
Mm.
in that.
Spoon.
Well, if we
So
ever meet a
what,
kobold, I'll remember that.
Yeah, so you got
Yeah.
business with Tuca. I mean, you got business with Tuca, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Where do we go?
well, I mean, is it good? Is it business Tuca will be happy to have?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
We're not like bounty hunters or whatever.
Why would you
Nah,
say
weird.
something like that?
Yeah, we're trying to get.
gosh, oh. In
Oh,
fact, he's
God.
like, I
We're trying to
know,
give
man.
money.
I know. It's okay. I'm on it. Yeah. Like, okay.
We're trying to do spend money. We're trying to spend money.
You want to spend
Yeah,
money?
We're
We're just here for fun.
obviously-
I'm not a
Spend
cop.
money.
We're
I'm
obviously
so not a cop.
we're obviously very hardcore.
Yeah.
You can trust us. So you know.
He
Hey, will you just
Steve puts
hey,
his
can
hand
you
up and
speak?
says
What was your name
he won a
again? And-
beauty pageant recently.
I did. You
and
might have
there's-
heard that I won.
oh,
There's nothing else going on up there.
The most beautiful
you just-
person in all of Bridgesport.
Hey, really quick, will you say your
No,
name? just
we
one
don't
time for
get
me?
Bridgesport news out here.
Okay, no, that's fine. You'll probably hear of it soon. Regardless,
I'm sure.
Him his flips hair and it's sparkly.
All right.
beauty's beauty
I mean,
everywhere. Right?
It is.
Yeah.
I'm also a water genasi, so they're like, okay, I trust this guy.
Yeah, they probably want to fuck Tempest. Roll for to see wisdom save. See if they
I'll
fall in
try
love with
that
Tempest.
weird crab thing. Sure.
Yeah, Pat, roll. See if the crab thing falls in love with Tempest. Roll a wisdom save.
If
He's
sure,
Not, he's not doing it.
it does not fall in love with him. Another
Ass.
a Seaborn man, an
Falls in love with
old,
Steve.
really just like giant beard, real gruff, salty, grizzled looking Seaborn, sort of water genasi humanoid, comes out like he's polishing the glass and he's like, "What's going on out here, Loose?" And he sees all, "Oh, what the fuck are y'all?" And Bluesman's like, "There's one
I'm a
of those
dragon."
Tuca.
Yeah, we're here to see Tuca. I mean,
Hold on a second. He kind of looks at you. He looks at Dave. He's like, "Ha, they're good. These are all criminals. There's all
Oh,
wanted.
yeah,
I've
we have
seen-
a huge fucking bounty. It's
I know.
crazy.
I recognize y'all. It's okay. They're good, Loose. They're criminals.
oh, I
But,
didn't know we had
don't
to
mean-
say that.
Yeah, don't mean Tuca's taking guests though. We can find out. What I was doing. I know your names. I always sometimes I'll be the one to kind of go to the mainland. That's what they call Smolder Cove, the island.
The
They call that the
big-
mainland.
Big
yeah.
city.
And I'll just
Look,
I
big
like
city
to
of
collect
Valdosta.
wanted I like to collect wanted posters. I kind of run the little bar we got in here. Name's Gil Chisholm.
Hey, Gil Chisholm. That's a fun one.
But we can all right, Luce, we can hey Gertie. And then this 8-foot tall tiger shark woman, humanoid tiger shark woman comes out.
Steve.
She's with
Okay, yeah, Steve,
A real Shrek and
rolls
Fiona situation.
behind
Like-
Tempest and comes out the other side as a shark. He's like, hey,
Oh, hey, I'm here. Where'd that white guy go?
And she's like, yeah. She's like, do us a favor. Can you go see if Tuca's taking visitors?
It'd be very profitable for him. Throw that in there.
Her.
Tuca's a girl. Hell yeah. I'm with her.
Oh, she's more. You'll see. Well, maybe.
Oh.
Gary's
She's not
she's like-
She's like
binary.
everything.
Sure.
Okay.
and she kind of just walks over to that dark spot of water, kind of in the middle of this little area, and dives into it and sinks.
What's down there? We saw people jump down there before.
Oh, that's the town of Sinkhole.
Sinkhole? That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So do we just wait here at the bar? until
No, I
Gertie
mean
comes
if
back?
she's Luke's like if she's willing to see you, you're gonna have to go down to her. She don't go to folk.
No,
but
we
you're
can
gonna
breathe
have to go
underwater,
on-
all of us. See my big shark man here.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm a
you should
dragon.
look like that all the time. It looks nicer.
Mm. Mm.
uh,
Wait a minute. Roll. Wait, hold on. Who's falling in love with who? Does Steve need to roll to see who's falling in love?
Steve shows his teeth, but it's not. You can't tell if it's a good smile or a bad smile.
Okay. Pat, does she need to roll to fall in love with Steve, or does Steve need to roll to fall in love with her? Which is happening?
Gertie Chumwater is the tiger shark. Well, as this species, the people that are permanently is what they're called shiverkins. She dove down.
Shiverkin them timbers, Steven.
Hell yeah, baby.
Well, because a shiver is the name for a group of sharks. Like a herd is a shiver.
Oh, sometimes they're called a jet too, I think.
Yeah.
It just sounds cute, Shiverkins.
Yeah.
It does. I
Uh,
would buy those plushies.
and Dave is like, do you have like you got any like lung liners I could like buy so I can breathe when I go down there?
Mm.
And Gil's
Hold on,
like,
hold on,
oh
hold on,
hell
hold on.
yeah, I got
I
plenty
think
of
we have
lung
a
liners.
potion.
Those are those
No, wait.
oysters
I
you
think I can do
eat
it.
that allow you to breathe.
Oh wait, no, I can't. Hold on.
Fuck.
How many? Do
There's like,
shit.
it's cool,
No, I
guys.
can only make one.
I don't just eat them for you can like we can charge them. You got the accoutrement there. You got like cocktail sauce, lemon juice. You can maybe a little spread with them. I'll buy some. I can breathe underwater. We do business. Maybe have an ale
Yeah.
with it. He's like, I can fix you up. Come on in.
I could eat.
Wait, what the fuck? This says I make 2 additional globes of fresh air, but it says I can only do that if I cast it at 3rd level or higher. This spell makes no sense. The spell says you create a spectral globe of air, and I'm like, okay, so that means I can make 1. If I cast it 3rd or higher, I should be able to make 3. But when you look at the cast button, it says special, 2 additional globes of fresh air. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't know.
I don't have 3rd level spells yet. Whatever.
Fuck.
All right, I can. Regardless, I can make my air bubbles, so I have
Yeah, we
that.
see something for Dan, but he's gonna
For
eat those.
Dave.
things. Dave. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
We're all to see if Tempest is in love with Daniel. Actually,
I like a challenge.
I
I can
can
fix him.
fix him.
I can fix him.
yeah.
Do they have tartar sauce and lemon?
Yes.
Ooh, I was judgmental.
Hey.
This is delicious. I haven't had anything this good for quite some time.
Yeah. He's like, that'll be I don't know, call it like 6 gold.
No,
And
that's crazy.
Dave kind of nudges you. Temp is like, I don't have my gold, buddy. You got the
Yeah, but that's
cover
in
me."
wait. What? That's so much gold.
This is the bribe money.
Bribe for what? They're all criminals.
Well, just I don't know. We don't want to start off on the wrong foot.
Insight. That's a 15.
Well, because they're not just mundane oysters; they're the
I know,
one-liners
I
that
know,
allow
I
people.
know. I
No,
argue
they're
about
like,
the
I don't
docking
know,
fee every day.
You straightforward. He's like, that's what he wants for this spread he puts together, and it's decent, surprisingly.
Fuck.
The spread.
All right, here.
He even pours some kind of real. It's a very like golden, lightly colored, crisp ale
Ooh,
out of a keg.
daddy like.
Daddy like he said.
This is so good. You guys, like, I'm surprised you have access to such fine ingredients over this far out.
As you are there, having some oysters and beer, Gertie comes back. The tiger shark. She's dripping wet. She climbed up out of.
Baby.
She comes in, baby, and she says, "Stuka will see ya."
Yay.
Epic.
I told her who y'all was weird types, and she was interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like so unique. You always will remember us, which is nice. Brett has a baby.
Very
So
true.
yeah, I can
That's
finish up what you're doing. I'll take you down.
Okay. I need to go to the bathroom.
Just go. You just go outside and go somewhere.
It's weird
Oh,
peeing into the water and then we're gonna swim in it, right?
Well, you go to the edge of
Yeah,
the
I know.
little
But
landing.
everything's pissing
okay?
in there anyways, right? So it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Like, don't be a savage about it. You you go
Exactly.
behind like a rock or something, or behind a piece of
Mhm.
wreckage.
All right, take us to that. What is Tuca?
You're asking in character.
Yeah, to Gertie.
I'll see.
Yeah, because you guys kind of built it up a little. I thought it was just going to be like, I don't know.
So
Moonboy or
Tempest can
something.
breathe. Nimue, you can just straight up breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? So Dave's knocking back some oysters, the lung liners, so he can breathe for a while.
Yeah.
Steve's a
Um,
shark.
Steve Shark's out.
Yeah.
And Ek, you're doing your bubble.
I'm a dragon, yeah, so I just make an air bubble.
Okay.
What?
What?
All my magic happens because I'm a dragon.
He's a dragon.
Right. Okay. So she takes you and you see it looks like there's like this gap in the middle of these like mesas just below. It's this dark water, and it's almost like you can see goes down, and you can see almost little twinkling lights
Oh, so pretty.
down there. And Gertie dives in, and Dave looks at you all, shrugs, and dives in after
Oh
her.
man, this is where Pat busts out his like Gungan accent because we're going down.
Oh my god,
no, I'm not.
yes.
Well,
This
No,
is
I'm
his
not.
Jamaican. No,
he's gonna
no,
do
this is
it. He's gonna do
this is
it.
Patrick's patois moment. He's been
Yeah.
saving up.
Not gonna do it. No,
Why?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, some of them
QC
aren't
Tuca,
Jamaican, they're
and then
like
just the
old
most
Japanese men.
offensive Jamaican accent. I bought like.
He's gonna be like that dude on TikTok who's like Princess Diana if she was Jamaican doing whatever.
I'm excited.
All right.
I'm
Steve
so
goes
excited
up to
for
the hole and T poses and does a sick backflip into
Oh, that's
the.
sick. Oh, that's nice.
So you go down, and it's almost like this like naturally formed silo in the middle of this rock formation.
That's so scary.
You're going down.
Oh, Ek
And
hates this the whole time.
You dive down, and you see lights, and it looks like there are almost like huts or buildings or platforms built into the side of the rock. And then you'll see caves and lights deeper in the caves. And it's kind of like a little kind of spread out, but it's like a little village.
This
Almost
is beautiful.
all
I
100%
should buy
underwater.
a whole house one day.
And
They're just like
Gray
holes in
takes
the rock.
you to a cave opening in the side of the rock.
Ek double hates this.
It's pretty well lit. This cave is interesting because there actually looks like little vendor stalls permanently fixed in the watery cave, and there's some people hanging out there. There's Wayamas and Seaborn and a few more of these Chilosi, and she takes you past them to the very back of the
Heck is
cave and
back
almost
in.
has a little bit of a curve. And
People make it less scary.
Yeah.
there is actually it looks like a door has been like built into the back of this cave.
Back
Oh.
Ek is back scared. He's back out scared again.
Uh,
Are you like shivering
She-
or something like that? He's like shaking.
she
No, Ek
opens
is
it,
really
and you
good
can
at being
kinda see,
stoic.
and it's
Hell
all
yeah.
water. You can kind of see, and you see it's like much more cave beyond, but it's
Mhm.
pretty well lit, and you can
Ooh.
even see through the door. You see a Wayama woman with a harpoon struck to her back, kind of just hanging out by like a looks like a counter that's been like bolted, some kind of rock counter or
Mhm.
desk that's been bolted to the ground.
Is that her?
No, it's definitely not her.
She's kind of Grady nods.
What is this? All right. Well,
So,
thanks, Gertie.
Yeah, lady at desk. Ek is
Finn
now
high five.
more scared. The only thing about Ek that reveals that he is scared is his tail vibrates, which is
Okay.
actually helping him swim faster.
Perfect. Oh, you're getting ahead of us again, bud.
Yeah, if you look at him in the face, stoic.
Yeah.
He looks fine. Tail, absolutely going batshit back there.
Steve, I can't believe we found another shark person. You should get her number, her sending stone.
Yeah, she's into you.
She
She's
was
into
into
shark
you.
you.
The way that she like wouldn't tell us what we're getting ourselves into.
I think
I
she's
think that-
into shark dudes with chest hair.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually shark dudes with back hair because you don't have chest hair.
And when you say you give her the best hour of her life, it's like more, it's like less of a lie or kind of like more of one because like you can only be a shark for that long. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. There was like we said 2 words to each other.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at him
It's like
being
once-
modest.
Right. It's like once you go
doesn't
human,
need
you'll
to
be
say
human.
anything when he falls in love with people.
That's true. Yeah, Tempest just kind of like he locks eyes with somebody and then it's like immediate either on Tempest's side or the other side, like
Words tend to get
Careless
in the
Whisper's
way.
place.
No, well,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Shiver, they're notorious players though. Both men, women, non-binary, Shiverkin, they're notorious. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's so beautiful. All right,
Don't fuck
we
fins.
go forward.
Yeah.
Don't go
They're
shark, they'll
touching
break your heart.
That's what they
Don't
say.
go human, you'll be fuming. Ayy.
Oh, is that what they say that? That's
all right.
crazy.
The Wayama, she looks up, and she's like, "Ain't you's a weird group of folk?"
Everyone keeps saying that.
I think it's because people don't have dragons with him at all the time.
That's true. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Are you Tuca? We're looking for Tuca.
Yeah, Shark Steve goes like
I'm
they
not
are. a
Tuca, I'm
little weird.
Cash.
Hey,
There's
Cash.
Tuca. Tuca. And
a 20-foot from the back,
Uh-oh.
a
20 foot from the
giant
back.
in
God damn.
a shell, 20 feet tall, a giant sea slug with like a shell comes forward
Ew.
into
All
the
that
light.
ass in the shell. Damn.
Damn.
But you see its face, and it's got like the
Dumpy.
stalks with eyes, but there's like an intelligence behind the eyes, and it towers over you and opens its mouth and goes,
Is he doing a bit again? I don't speak that language.
Yeah, is it what alphabet does it use, Pat? Is it Orcish?
It's no.
What
Cash
about
goes, Tuka says, what is the job you have come to visit her for?
Okay.
Is that what she said?
Yeah, that's literally what she
Yeah,
said.
do we
I
confirm?
speak.
He's like, I speak
Speak.
backwards, and that's not what they said.
So that you're like the interpreter. That's fun.
What language is it?
That is Welk.
Oh my god, is she like a geoduck?
Ew.
Chuck E. Cheese sent us.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese sent us. We acquired some gold bars from the vault, and we want to get rid of the trackers. And I pull one of them out.
Ah.
You got highly recommended.
Cash takes it, kind of holds it up, and Tuka kind of leans down her big slug. And
No.
yeah.
C'est la vie.
Oh,
Pat,
she's
Where do they eat
Cajun.
snails?
Pat, are you accidentally doing my French impression?
Yeah, he is.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he is. I
Um,
get it now.
Cash is like,
We
we
bitch.
don't. Tuka, we hate Sunhold. It's the worst. Okay, so you got. Is this the only one? You want this
No,
removed?
we have blah, blah,
There's
blah
so
already.
many.
But
We
you
should make
know,
sure you could do it.
Yeah, we just want to make sure you could do it.
Okay.
I want to lug it.
Okay. All right. So how do you want it back? Do you just want it back in bars again, or do you want like coins?
Coins would be good, I suppose.
Okay. All right. We can break it down. Just so you know, it's gonna take half.
Yes,
Keep
we were
it.
warned.
Okay. All right. I mean, how many bars you got? You got like 1,000 bars.
We have 1,000 bars. Isn't that fucked up?
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so mad at us.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they each one can. They're not huge, but they're small. Yeah, they can be. All right.
You're actually gonna eat 'em and shit 'em out.
Two goes like in her accent. Zuma fromage Torres unde.
Omelette du fromage.
I'm gonna do.
And two goes like, yeah, boy, don't.
Oh, baguette.
Cash,
I don't.
She
She does
goes,
not say that.
it'll take. We can get that done in, I don't know, maybe a couple. I don't know. Maybe by nightfall. I don't know. We might have to stay the night.
Yeah.
But
How do you
we can
do
get
it?
that
May
done.
I ask?
Oh, Tuka can her natural stomach acid can kind of burn off the enchanted.
Shut up,
ones.
Tuka. You're gonna eat it.
And then shit it out. Hell
basically
yeah, I
likes-
knew it.
You're gonna do it.
More like I don't want to give away, but more like she just like spits on it and it kind of
That is
melts
so
it away, and then
cool.
we'll smelt it down and we'll reforge it in some coins for you.
If it weren't for the shell, I would be like, is this like that one Naruto slug that just is like incomprehensibly large?
Yeah.
And we're only like humans are only allowed to see like 10% of her girth at any point because
Yeah.
she's just so big and gross. But she has a shell, so I feel like that's not true.
Just throw a shell in it. Slug
Oh.
it. Slug
She's
it.
gonna be creaming on it.
So she's gonna cream
Yeah.
on it. Okay, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
can
we'll send
we-
wood back up top if you want to wait up top.
Cool.
Yeah.
And if we could have some help bring it, because you know how that is.
No,
We got Mason.
Oh, okay, let's get Mason to do it. Brett, who's this baby?
This
What?
is my baby. This is Rosa.
What is that?
Steve just has
Just
a baby
random.
now. Like, hey, what's up?
Hey, I found the
I
baby.
found this outside.
Is this because of Owen?
Yeah.
She loved to be shake.
Yeah, she does the Halloween witch. Halloween witch. Go. 3, 2, 1, go. Go to make the sound.
Brett gets like really mad. You're embarrassing me.
Stop.
You're doing this.
We're
stuff.
live.
Nice.
We're live. We're live.
On the note of the cute baby, I think we'll end this week. Thank you all so much for being here with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will not be Wayward Shores will not be back for 2 weeks
Whoa.
because I'll be gone. I'm
Pat
traveling.
hates you.
I know. I love no.
Yeah,
I,
During
that is not
Pride
true.
Month?
I love you all so very much.
Well,
During Pride Month. Pat, can I
Uh,
come visit while you're traveling? Can I come visit while you're traveling? We can get beers
Yes.
together.
No, you can't get beers with me, but you can come visit.
Let's go get beers.
skip years. Pride Month's over by the time.
Does anybody have anything they want to shout out? Are you all? I know you talked about behind the scenes doing something the next 2 weeks, like Brett running a little two-shot.
Yeah, we'll figure all that
no.
bullshit
Yeah, we'll talk
out.
about it,
You
we'll
know,
talk
we'll
about
figure
it.
it out.
Figure that.
I guess just
Next
keep an
week
eye
I'm
on
gonna be
us
at
on
Disneyland,
social
so-
medias
Yeah,
and Blue
it's probably
Skies and
not
whatnot.
then.
We'll post about it.
We could have an Oops All Cast hangout like Gatcast did.
Mhm.
We could talk about our favorite internet TikTok earworms, like that
Mhm.
lady who keeps going, "I'm creaming on it. I'm
Mhm.
creaming on it. I'm
Mhm.
creaming," and she just keeps
Everybody's
repeating
so
it.
creative.
Everybody's so creative.
I don't. I just have the ones you.
I haven't
showed
seen her
me.
on my FYP in a long time.
Yeah, because they were like stealing her videos, so she's
Oh.
she figured out a way to fix it
Ah.
to start doing her content again, which is really funny. But yeah, and I send
Cool.
Tim really toxic ones. We should do that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could do that for the stream. Just me sending Tim TikToks that'll get us banned off Twitch. We should do that.
Yeah. That'd be so fun.
That'd be
We
fun.
can share your screen while you watch
Mhm.
the.
Yeah. And Tim being like, "Oh my god."
Christ.
I get. Is there a way?
Does
I
she
guarantee
shit with
there's an
that?
audience though for that. I guarantee there's an audience for someone having their like whatever social media. Like watch me scroll my social media for
Mhm.
like algorithm live or just
I feel like our
Why
chat would
to-
watch that.
Yeah.
Our chat would watch that.
We could goon together as a family, I guess. Too.
Yeah, we could goon. Group gooning.
Group goon sesh. Me,
Do you know there's a
Jennifer, and Todd.
Patrick? Do you know there's a
The noon- the
podcast where
noon
they
goon?
goon? There's a podcast where dudes just be gooning. Like,
I believe it.
yeah, and
It's so beautiful friendship, male friendship.
I scream that because like imagine being on your work commute and you're like, oh, let me cut
Yeah.
on my podcast
Oh
on
my
my
God.
drive, and it's just these dudes gooning coming through your speaker
Your
while you're in
phone
traffic.
connects to like the wrong Bluetooth. Ah, sorry. Ah.
God, the worst ASMR.
Yes. All right. We're gonna call it there. Go
All
check
right,
out
love you
also
guys,
yeah.
bye.
Go check out Cheese Bada Dooms on Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Sick.
I hope you have fun at Pride. Thank you so much
Cheese
for
Bada
hanging out with
Baby.
us.
Yeah, shake ass at Pride.
Say bye to that baby.
Say bye to the baby. Spend money on things.
Yes, give me bye.